I'm about to say fuck it and go live with Last of Us. That's on my mind. If I were to push it back and say, oh, I'll do it.
Twitch or YouTube?
Oh, YouTube today.
YouTube? Okay. Let me turn that off then.
Because it is walkthrough.
Yeah. Alright, let me turn that off then. Because Twitch, as long as you're not like posting the actual stream, it won't get like copyrighted for anything. But I didn't want to have like anything playing. I obviously don't want to have, you don't want to have music playing like your entire stream. But like,
oh yeah,
most streamers I see, like they'll play music like if they're going to the bathroom or something or like whatever. And as long as you're not like posting the music or as long as you're like censoring the music in post, usually like it's not against the like terms and conditions. You can't get copyrighted for it.
oh yeah.
So
Background. I mean, the only reason why I'm on YouTube right now is because the playthrough/walkthrough of this game.
Playthrough, yeah, which I think makes more sense.
Yeah. What's this do? Oh, high frame. Okay. Motion blur. Why do you fucking exist? I'm sorry. I get it, but at the same time, I
sees a
don't.
motion blur and he's like, I'm gonna kill
Film
myself.
grain gone. I bet you them to turn off film grain too.
Dude, I hate film grain. I hate film grain. Dude, in 2K, I love the eras, and I think the lore that they made it to where you can turn off the camera effect when you're playing in the older
music. I'm gonna bring this down to like 10, so like it's not. I know it's ways to where I can kind of like hear it on my end, but like they can't on theirs. Just I can learn to set that up correctly. Like I tried doing that with the whole, fuck me, I'm trying to think what the fuck it's called. Sonar shit from SteelSeries. It's still morning to me.
It's still early. No, I mean it is early. Super fucking early. Well, for me it's super fucking early. For me, it's
dust off my screen.
Let me dust off my dusty ass screen.
Let me dust off my
2 years.
Back shots.
What?
Huh?
Bro, what? What in the zesty?
Pulling up comments. Okay, here we go.
What's you doing?
Probably should turn out a little latency. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let me actually try that real fast in a second. Display performance, obviously. Extras. Oh, that's just okay. Almost 10 o'clock.
Channel 24.
I reinstalled 22 last night because why not? Okay, Blue Ice Cherry Lollipop. Here we go.
Let's see what was happening on the basketball. Was there any games yesterday? There was. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, there was. There were only 3.
Ooh, that actually's kind of good.
That's kind of good. The Suns play
It's very tart.
Vancouver today.
Last Cherry Lollipop, I think might be really so much better. Anyways.
Suns play the Oilers today. I mean, not the Oilers, the Canucks today. The Oilers tomorrow. So.
Wings have a game tonight.
We play you guys on January 7th, which low key, if not busy, could probably do something with that because we play each other, like, you know.
Yeah. Brother, man, they added a permadeath to fucking Last of Us. That's nasty.
That is nasty. I kind of, you know, me personally, I wouldn't play with permadeath because, like, unless, like, Minecraft, probably, but other games, not as much because I just, like, if you can do it and you finish a game, good for you. I'm not good enough.
So this basically says, whole game, your saved game will be completely reset on death. Per act progression will be reset to the beginning of the act on death. Approximately 2-3 hours of game time. Per chapter, progress will be reset to the beginning of the chapter on death. Approximately 30 to 60 minutes of game time. So it depends where you're at. It's like a,
Okay, that's good though. At least it's
it's
like at least it's
forgiving.
not just like, oh, you're at the end of the game and you died in the final boss fight. Yeah, restart.
Yeah. Which I mean, some games like we argued, um,
Some games it makes sense, I think.
mm, like Watch Dogs Legion. I think that's the right way to play that game is the permadeath.
Yeah.
At least I feel. Like games like that.
Yeah, I never really,
State of
I
Decay.
didn't finish Legion. I played
State of
Legion for
Decay
like
one.
10 minutes.
I actually might reinstall it and like replay it. I don't know. I still think it was
You,
like I understood the backlash, but I think it was overhated.
I think so too, because like I look at it and I'm like, this is a cool game and a cool concept, but this shouldn't be a Watch Dogs game. It doesn't feel it's not anything like the first two games, you know.
Mm.
But it's still a cool concept. Like you can recruit any NPC in
God,
the
I just
entire
realized
game.
how far back
That's sick.
my stream actually is from my angle. Let me fix that real fast.
You are now connected to Ubisoft servers.
Let me see if I can remember how to do that. How did I do that? Video.
Immersive weapon skin bundle. Oh yes, buy this bundle so your guns look like the rest of the game. Fucking hate Ubisoft so much. Oh, I don't think I sent you. Did I send you Roy Hachimura's new shoes? He plays in the Lakers now, but I'm telling you, these might be the nicest customs that I've seen in a long time. Usually usually I don't really care, but there's a fucking cat outside my window, bro. Hold on. I'm back.
I guess I gotta change things. Okay, so okay. So the visuals for this version is actually pretty noticeable. Not heavy, but it's noticeable, like lighting wise and whatnot.
That's a good thing.
I still will play Uncharted at some point. Like, I've actually installed it like so many times, but I will.
Wait, play what?
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah. I really like the first one. It's my
Let me
favorite
move
in the
my
series.
microphone here so no one can hear me all right. Because I'm a horrible person at that, leaving like a mile away, and no one can hear me.
Same. But I think I like the
Let's talk
first
in stream
Uncharted
mic.
the most, and then two was pretty well. Like two was pretty good. I enjoyed two, and then they started kind of losing me after that. It didn't feel like it had this really sci-fi element to it in the first two games, and I feel like they lost that in the later games.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like just kind of turned me away from it a bit. Like it felt like it got too like it was always kind of serious, but it felt like it got too serious. Because like in the first game there was like a curse and it turned things into like these monsters, and in the second one there was these spirits that like you had to fight. Like there was like I said, like
Yeah.
fantasy aspects, and then they were like, oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so anybody stopping into the stream right now, we're gonna be finishing and playing through Last of Us Part 1. I don't think today, but probably by the end of next week. I want to stop making this bad habit of unfinishing games.
Starting a game and not finishing it.
Yeah. But then again, it's like
the worst habit.
but then again, I think the point where I'm at kind of right now is like that should not even be an issue. So we should be finishing this for sure. I did make me a G Fuel today. I made a mix, which is blue ice and cherry lollipop. It's actually pretty freaking good. We got to grind out for Code Striker at some point because nobody wants it anyways. But still, Code Striker, let's get it. Ooh. Oh.
There's a lot of games that I could like play on.
My phone, it ringing. My phone ringing.
And canceled. Welcome to fucking the asylum.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I feel like I have a lot of games that I could stream. Like I have so many games that I haven't finished.
Yeah. Actually, well, I think I said this yesterday. Like, I think it kind of like promotes or like pushes you to go, oh, hey, maybe if I stream this, I actually be more dedicated to playing it or like forced to finish it. You know what I mean?
Because there's so many games that I've bought like that I just haven't finished. Or like there's games that I've bought and I was super excited for, and I have less than an hour in them.
Yeah, I fucking understand it. You mentally hype yourself up to where when you played it, the hype was just dead. You know.
Like,
I think
more excited to play this.
I'm okay. This is probably a hot take, but I feel like GTA 6 is getting that fucking reputation right now. It's gonna drop, and then
people are gonna be so pissed. I've said this.
Look at GTA 5.
I think that people are gonna be pissed. People are gonna be way too excited.
Look at GTA 5.
It's not gonna fall up to the expectation.
Yep.
Yeah.
That goes for any game, realistically.
Sucks, but are you okay? Literally, that's exactly how it goes. Come in here. But no, who would come in here? I guess I could stream Fallout. I haven't played Fallout in a little bit.
Well, see,
Fallout 76.
I think one big problem is like being creators, like you have that problem to where you mentally think every game has to be a fucking walkthrough or streamed or recorded, and you have to realize that some games can just need to be like personal enjoyment games. Like they don't need to be streamed.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of
like I mean Corey Kenshin. This is an extreme case because he took a break for like over 2 years, but people were like posting on Instagram. They'd be like, "Oh, you can't make videos, but you can get platinum in all these games that are coming out," and they were all mad at him and shit. And then he came back. He was promoting the anime that he'd been working on for the past year. He just came back this month, and everyone's like, "Oh, you only came back to promote your anime?" Like, I was like, "Bro, y'all like, why are you guys so mean?"
That's a pretty toxic fan base, if you ask me.
It is his fan, dude. He's such a great guy. Like, and a lot of his fans are cool, but and it's not even his fault. Like, once you get to like he drops a video and within an hour it has 2 million views, no matter what. Like, when your fan base gets that big, you really can't control it. I don't think. Because now you just have millions of people watching you religiously.
Yeah.
Also, I think it would suck to become a streamer that's like so big it's hard to keep up with your chat.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
I see a few streamers like they pull in like 2-3K viewers, like that's cool. But I couldn't imagine like being one of the streamers who pulls in like 60,000-70,000 viewers. I feel like it's so hard to like actually like interact with your chat when there's that many people. You know?
Okay, so to answer your I guess, somewhat of a question, I guess, or topic. I swear I've seen somebody say this. They had said when you first start and you have like 4 to 5 chatters, give or take, it's so much more chill than when you have like 50 to 100K views, like in that range. But at that point, when you get to that, your focus should be more just like still talking to chat, obviously, but you need to start focusing on the game and whatever the fuck it is that you're streaming or recording. At that point, it kind of like just turn into like chat breaks or just read what you can because you're not gonna read them all at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna.
It's just inevitable.
Like even with like 3 or 4,000 people or like 1,000 people, like you're not gonna read all the chats. But like
No.
when it gets to like 50,000, 100,000, like the chat, like I've been in like Kai's streams or like people like that, and the chat literally like even as a viewer, if you're looking at chat, you get no time to read anything that's said because it's just so fast. And I feel like that makes it really hard for like to build a sense of community, I guess.
Yeah.
But hey, if you get that many viewers, and more power to you. Good job. You made it.
But that's one thing.
As long as you're making good content and people enjoy it.
Which, speaking of viewers, that's kind of one thing that people kind of give up on way too early when they start streaming. They expect 100 some viewers to pop in the first month, and they'll get like 1 viewer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
the
it,
first month you
at the end of the day, it's a grind though. It's like you kind of have to look.
Something you gotta stick with it. You gotta. And you kind of do have like I'll never like the people that think it's as hard as like a 9 to 5 job. I think are wrong.
Oh shit!
But it kind of is in the sense of like you have to have like well you don't have to, but having a schedule and treating it like a legitimate job kind of helps that I think.
Yeah.
But obviously not so much that you hate it because you never want to do that.
No. That's kind of why I said like the whole scenario of like play games and do stuff you like and want to do, not because chat says go play Minecraft and you don't like Minecraft.
Dude, that's the thing with like I said yesterday, I brought it up with Joe Bartolozzi.
Or pretend to be hyped for a game or interested. It'll show.
He got 6. So Red Dead, we both know how long that game is. He got 6 hours. Like the first part, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is great," because his whole chat recommended him to play it. And he played for 3 hours, and everyone loved it. And then he started part 2 in the next stream, and everyone was loving it. And then like an hour in, his whole chat just started attacking him like, "Oh, this is boring." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing this anymore." Because his chat like, and it's like really like this like majority of these people voted for this game, and now he's playing it, and you guys are just giving him shit and making him hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, just play what you have interest in because, like, if you're only playing with what's trending or people really like songs that are like, it's nice because it does kind of get your foot in the door, obviously, because people be looking that up. But when you're playing it and like you really have no interest, it's going to show. The interest is going to show. Like the quality of you is going to show. Believe me.
Like I said, for me, I think the biggest thing is just like sticking with it, and also just learning to talk to like, or getting used to talking with like, the camera or with like if there are people in chat like that. Because like there's been times where I've streamed and I've actually had like
I wasn't paying attention.
10 people in chat, and I literally like sometimes I'll struggle to like talk, even though they're commenting.
So pro tip.
And I think that's just something that comes with time.
It does.
I feel like.
Pro tip. Don't think about it. Shut your brain off. Think about what you're playing. Being dead serious, just shut your brain off. Don't think about it. Like, or just like kind of like whatever comes to mind.
Like
just start talking.
Conversation.
Exactly.
Like say you're playing the game and your mom walks in.
Like you are with me. Just have a conversation. Have a conversation about the game. Just keep talking. Just say anything. You know what I mean? Because realistically, yeah, the best advice is to just keep fucking talking. Treat it like it's one big recording, but it's live. Basically, that's the best advice I can
You
actually give
gotta
you.
at least add commentary. You can't just sit there and say it.
Yeah, because well, I mean, there's some people who like stream
Like I said, well,
with no commentary and
it,
they get views.
most people that stream without commentary and get views are usually just really good at the games they play.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really need to be entertaining if you're just really good at the game you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because people are gonna watch you if you're good. Like I mean, look at like people on esports teams. None of those guys are actually entertaining. They're just really good at the games that they play.
Mm-hmm.
It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken. Stop right there! We're not sick. Gotta go for some help. Please, class.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tom?
You just take him back, Graham, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
So we've just been through hell. We just need...
You saw those shoes I sent you though? I'm assuming.
I just now did.
Dude, I was when I seen them, I was like, why don't more people just do simple designs like this? Why does it always gotta be like? Because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I see a basketball player's shoes, they always be crazy colors, crazy designs, and I'm like, bro, I'm not wearing this in public.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are doing too much. What happened to
Realistically, it might not even be their choice. They might just be given like, oh, here's 10 options, choose it. It could just be it. You know, that's probably how those shoe deals start.
Sometimes though, like certain ones I'd rock. Like LaMelo dropped a Scooby Doo theme shoe
Oh yeah.
for Puma, and those were sick. I wear those. But like a lot of shoes,
I think I saw
they're
those.
just like, oh, here's bright pink shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I'm not wearing bright pink shoes. I can't even find anything that those bright pink shoes can go with.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Or they'll just do like an ugly design. Like they'll try to like, they'll pick the weirdest design instead of just using a normal like shoe design.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like what are we doing? Like, why can't like I said, like I just feel like it could be a little bit more simple
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if they're good shoes, they're gonna sell regardless. And it's just they just got in.
Well, I think it's kind of why I like simple games or like just simple things because like sometimes it looks almost over complex. I don't know how to say it. Like overdone. It's like why'd you overdo this?
I mean, I like that's how I feel like Baldur's Gate. I've played it. It's cool, right? And if you like narrative games, that's cool. But 90% of that game is cutscenes. You're like barely actually doing anything.
Yeah, because it's all.
And that's the thing. People are like, "Oh, you don't have an attention span because you don't like it because it's turn-based." No, it's just not. There's hardly any gameplay, even when it is like the turn-based stuff. It's just mostly me sitting here watching cutscenes. And like I said, if you like a narrative-driven game, then that's fine. But I don't want every game that comes out to be like 75% cutscene.
I hate to burst the bubble, but it is D&D at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I get you need the cutscenes, obviously, but I feel like they could cut back on a few of them and it wouldn't really
It's
affect
story driven.
I feel like there's so many. I feel like there's like not everything needs a cutscene. You know, you could tell a story in game through dialogue without using a cutscene every time you want to like have them like talk to each other or interact. You know. No.
Yeah.
Which once again, if you like a narrative game, like even like The Last of Us, stuff like that, like anything like that, that's cool. I feel like, especially more recently, it's just a lot of games like 75% or so is just cutscenes, and I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's too many cutscenes. Like at that point, it kind of feels like I'm just watching an interactive movie.
That was my pet peeve with the God of War like reboot. It was fun,
That was my God of War reboot.
but it just like I swear to God, the first cutscene you see, I swear you're there for a half an hour. I swear to God, you are. Like if you were recording that, you'd have to turn it into a fucking highlight reel. You'd have to edit it like a highlight and just to the point, which is great and all, which is great and all,
Like
but
I
it's
said,
like,
if you want to tell a narrative and stuff, that's cool. But my issue is every game company wants to do that now.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, like, can we just have fun? Like, and
It.
that's why, like I said, I'm happy Astro Bot won Game of the Year because it didn't really have
I'm not
a
mad about it
story
either.
at all. It was just a fun game.
I'm not
Like the
mad
whole
about it
point of
either.
it was, oh, here's a fun game. Have fun. Turn it on. Do platforming. It's bright. It's beautiful. There's a lot to do.
Mm,
Have fun.
yeah.
You don't have to really think about it. You don't have to like with some games you have to like with cutscenes. Like you're sitting there, and by the time you get halfway through the game, they're talking about stuff from the beginning of the game, and you're like, bro, that was like 9 hours ago. I barely remember that.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. I totally get it.
Like I said though, I think that there just needs to be more of a mix. It can't just be one or the other. And that's why I'm happy Astro Bot won because I feel like it'll give companies and game creators like the like one to just make a good game. Or even Balatro. Like I was crapping on Balatro. I was because it's a card game, and it wasn't because I wasn't crapping
Like
on it
anybody
because it was
else.
a bad game or anything. I wasn't crapping on it because it was a bad game or anything. I was just like, it shouldn't win Game of the Year. It's a card game.
Yeah.
Like no matter how good of a card game it is, it's still a card game.
I mean,
You know.
fuck. Tetris had one like game of the year.
But everyone says that
Things
like
like that.
once you pick it up, it's like it's like impossible to stop playing. Like it's like super addicting.
It's probably one of
Like
those like pick it up, play it. You're because um because
and it's also just simple because it's a mobile game. You can get the mobile game too. It's on mobile as well.
mm-hmm.
It's just a simple card game, but
It's like
like
solitaire, and it's so simple to
yeah,
pick it up,
even
or
if it
like
would have won,
Bejeweled,
like
or
it would have just been cool because it was just a simple game that was made for you to have fun.
just kill
You
time.
know? Yeah. Because like one of the games I played recently that I enjoyed was Inscription, which is a card game, but it was really confusing because there was a whole overarching story, and it was just like the like actual deck building side of it made was just confusing, and it wasn't like simple at all. And that was like one of my bigger pet peeves with it, even though it was a good game. But sometimes I'm just like, man, I just wish we could just get simple, you know? Like back in the day, we used to get Spyro. It'd just be a platformer. You played it for 2 hours, 3 hours. You finished it. You had fun. That was it.
Well, like I said, the fun died when everybody wanted realism. They wanted that simulation and everything, and then the fun died.
Exactly. Which is true. Everything has
Like
to be like,
any fun sports
oh,
game, gone.
the graphics don't look real enough in my video game about dragons, bro, bro. Why are you? I get it. You want your game to look good, and you have to have your game look decent. But graphics should not be more important than gameplay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
Like
looking at like
gameplay should be prioritized,
look.
unless it's like a cinematic experience, like then that makes more sense if it's supposed to be like a cinematic game, like Until Dawn or something. But like, it doesn't need to be like that for every game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, games like Last of Us, I feel like as a reference, they need to be focused on like core quality, obviously, but like it still needs to have that good gameplay at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I think if it's, I think it depends like what kind of game you're making at the end of the day. But obviously, the main focus should always be gameplay. But you do know what I'm saying, like story based games, you can't have
Yeah, it
90%
matters. Like,
gameplay, 10%
oh
quality.
yeah, but I mean, like, you should have like balance, like with The Last of Us and stuff like that. Like, there should just be a balance. I don't think a game should ever be like if you're focusing all of your assets into your cutscenes or whatever, or like look at NBA 2K for an example. They focus all this money, all these assets into the city, and then the game suffers. The game doesn't run good. There's performance issues. It's laggy,
Because you're putting too
and
much
it's
time on
because
stuff that don't
they're
matter.
exactly like, bro. Just no one was complaining about the neighborhood.
Nobody was.
No one was complaining
About the park.
about when it was just parks. Everyone's complaining about the city because it's too much and it takes up half your console storage.
Yep.
And at least the thing that they could do that would make people complain less is
Take it easy out there.
make it run properly to where I'm not lagging all the time, just walking around.
Let me see. It was. Oh, I thought there usually was like a card or something that was in this dude's house. Did they move it?
Or does it know?
I'm remembering the collectibles from Last of Us Part One. If you remembered Last of Us games, the collectible stuff you can find.
Yeah, it's like Uncharted. I can remember most of the treasures in the hidden treasures in Uncharted 1.
Yeah. But I am gonna play that at some point.
Watch what you throw away down here.
Like I said, that
Grab
game.
our gear.
Like I said, for me, it was the first game I played. I played them in order that they came out,
Our backpacks are still here from last time.
Oh, let's go.
but I just think one had, I don't know, it had this vibe to it that was just perfect.
Yeah.
Everything about it was perfect. And then two, it kind of like it wasn't as good, but it was still a great game. Like I said, I just think they lost themselves, which is tragic, but it happens.
Yep, it does.
All right, Texas.
Okay, R2 reload.
I
That
love
was
playing the penguins.
that should kind of
It's
sit
my
weird to
favorite.
me, like pressing R2 to reload your gun, then pressing square like a natural.
It makes me it makes me so kind. It kind of makes me annoyed. Like I get you want to be different,
Yes, ma'am.
but like whenever a game is like, oh, let me just have different controls than every other game ever, for just no, like we don't need to. There's not really a reason. We're just doing it to be different. And I'm like, bro, just why can't I just reload with triangle like every other game? Like why are
Or
you,
square.
or square, whatever, you know? Like why are you like Skyrim? It's like, oh, you have to push R1, you have to push triangle to jump, and R1, like bro, and you can't. Yeah, it's just like I said. I get you want to be different, and like you don't want to obviously have the same controls in every game, but I think everyone's just kind of agreed.
If you
Like,
just follow the
what
standard,
ideal,
just follow the standard.
like the ideal control scheme. Like we've all kind of agreed on what that is.
Well, I am the romantic.
But yeah, I love playing the penguins. Cooking Tristan Jari, it never gets better than that. I swear, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere.
Oh, that monitor you sent yesterday, was it? I might deadass look in like reviews of that.
That's the one that I bought it. That's the monitor I got.
Oh.
Yeah, I grabbed it. I was like, okay, because I was getting it because I was like, I need a monitor anyways, and it's cheap, and
Oh yeah.
and it ran like, it has HDMI 2.0, so it can run it can run Fortnite whatever at 120,
Mm-hmm.
and it has good specs. And I had a monitor by them before. That was my first monitor,
Got it.
Great, bring it on.
and it was good. So I was like, fuck it, why not?
Oh yeah. The one I have is pretty nice. Like it is budgety. It is true, but like for what it is, it's solid. Like around a budget. It's just for most of these, unless you get one of their pro models, you're really gonna suffer in
That's all.
visual quality.
This way.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna be that low like FHD like budget phone quality.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's kind of why I got
That's
it.
the thing.
I needed a new monitor. I want something budget friendly that just gets the job done that I can be happy with, and I still like it.
Yeah.
For his sake.
I mean, at some point, I'd imagine you get a better one. Like,
Yeah.
that's usually how it goes. You start somewhere.
I just never
'Cause,
know.
like, I know this monitor that I have isn't the best monitor or anything.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I got it on sale. It's a $250 monitor.
Which is not
and
bad
I
at
got
all.
it for $140. I got it for $110 off.
Yeah. 110. Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna
140,
be
yeah.
mad about that.
But yeah. So far, like, how is it working for you?
I haven't actually used it yet because my family. So this is my sister's fault. So they have this thing where whenever you buy something in December, no matter what it is,
You okay?
it gets my sister. She loves doing this. It gets wrapped up and put under the Christmas tree. So I don't get it till Christmas because my sister's like, I'm like, I want it and I could just take it, but also I'm just not trying to deal with like my family's done this forever, so I'm just like, whatever. I'll just wait.
Yeah, I think you buy in December. Fuck you till Christmas.
Pretty much.
I get it. It's fair, but it's like,
Yeah, and that's what I said. I was like, whatever. I'm like, I don't have. It's only 4 more days. Whatever. It's cool. The anticipation's killing me. Which that's one of the things I like about it is the anticipation. It kind of makes me feel like a kid again.
Yeah. See what I looked
'Cause
at.
I'm like, Christmas.
See what I looked at was that millisecond delay, that 1 point millisecond, which might pet peeve me.
I will let you know once I start using it.
Because realistically, in a good monitor,
for
your
me,
focus
it
should
probably
be
wouldn't really matter too
refresh
much
rate
because
and
I'm
the
playing on
and the
like
millisecond delay.
yeah. For me, I'll probably be like, oh, this is way better. But I'm playing on a 70 inch TV, so of course it's gonna feel better for me no matter what. Like no matter what, it was gonna be an upgrade regardless of what I got in terms of my gaming experience as a whole.
Where was the?
So, but it also is faster than the one that I had before that the one got broken. So,
Oh yeah.
So that's also a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head back into the city.
Let me go up here. So okay.
Cat, what you tweaking on? Cat.
Okay, so no.
This cat tweaking.
That's one thing I do like about like streaming. Also, not to be off topic, but like it feels more relaxed. Like when you're doing like a playthrough of a game, you don't feel mentally obligated to rush it. Which obviously you can like edit it out or like pause it and start or start recording again. When exploring, but I just feel like when you're streaming, it's more relaxed. That's kind of off topic, I know, but
I think that's fair. No, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair opinion. It's more chill. You're just chilling, playing the game. People popping in. You can chat. You can talk. They don't pop in. Yeah, that's cool.
which is weird. Like, there's
As long as I'm making the people that pop in entertained,
Mhm.
you know,
yeah,
that's all that really matters.
yeah,
And that's one thing. Like as much, like obviously, like I always say, it would be cool to like be able to like become like popular enough to like actually make it like a legitimate income out of streaming. But
definitely.
but monetary like it's never the focus
No, I mean, like I said,
for me.
any kind of promotion or boost you and Dennis need, boom, that's where they're going. Help the homies out.
Help the homies out. I'll be like, hey everyone, follow Striker's Crib.
Who the fuck would say that?
Don't.
Who the fuck would say
I
that?
would be like, whatever you do not subscribe to Striker's Crib. Use that subscribe on any other use that subscribe on Mr. Beast instead.
Honestly, it makes sense. But now, like at the end of the day, like as a creator, I will boost anybody I actually remotely like. If I like, if I really don't care, then
Yeah, same.
no.
Like if you pop in and you're like, hey yo, promote my channel. Like I don't want people to just pop into my stream and be like, hey yo, could you promote my channel? But like if you come to me like if if I was a pop if like as a pop like coming from this perspective is like if I was a popular streamer, I would prefer to someone come to me in the DMs and be like, hey, do you think you could promote my channel? Then pop into my stream, go in my chat and be like, hey, could you look at my channel?
Yeah.
Hey, could you make a shout out? I'd be like, bro, just like you can ask me in private.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of being annoying.
Which most of those don't even really happen.
And then
They're
I
all
can
bots.
check out your content and see stuff exactly. But I'm saying like if I like from the perspective of like someone popular, you know, for me at least, if I was actually popular.
Yeah. Which
Because like if you give me the in private, like in my DMs or something, I can check out your channel and see what's up. And if I like it, I'm be like, oh, I got no problem giving you a shout out. But like you wouldn't want people like if you're a big streamer to just come in your stream and be like, oh, can I have a shout out? Oh, do this. Oh, could you do this for me? Like, bro, come on.
yeah. Yeah.
And that's always funny to me in streams whenever because like I said, I watch Joe Bart a lot, and he's like a decent sized streamer. He gets a few like 2,000-3,000 viewers like added like concurrent whenever he streams. But every stream, there's like 3-4 people that like come in his chat and they're like, shout out, react to my content, shout out, and they spam it, and then he's like, okay, you're getting banned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now you're just being annoying.
Okay, this is kind of a hot take, but the whole idea of shout out is kind of overrated.
I mean, it makes sense. Like,
It does.
in certain instances. But like if you're begging someone for a shout out,
Big dude said my name. Yeah. It's like, okay.
yeah, because a lot of people think that if they get shouted out, it's gonna just drive people to their whatever they're doing, like content.
But I'm saying shout outs in
Whatever.
general. It's like, oh, he said my name is what all it really is. You know?
Yeah,
But that's,
exactly.
I don't know.
That's literally what it is. But I'm saying like people when they ask for shout outs, it's usually because they're like, oh, in their head they're like, oh, if this person shouts me out, he has a lot of followers. Maybe they'll follow my Instagram or my Twitch or whatever because he said my name in his
Yeah.
stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's not how it works. People are gonna hear it and be like, oh, cool, you donated, like whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Half hour ago, we went back to the war.
like I said, I definitely prefer to focus on the back to the original topic. Just focusing on the content, I think, is the most important thing
Mm-hmm.
in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, the best advice is before you start just like whipping out videos and streams, whatever else, like have like a general direction, which which in the beginning, like I knew what I wanted to do, but I never had a general like purpose direction. It was always just a
Yeah.
channel.
And now your primary is
Like, I wanna-
theme park stuff.
Like I wanted to stream like Last of Us or not Last of Us. I wanted to stream Left 4 Dead. I had a complete stroke. Like Left 4 Dead and just stuff like that, and it just now it's like the past couple of years. It's like, okay, well, I want to start doing like theme park stuff. I want to just play these games. I want to. It's
But I think that's fair.
the
Like,
Keep Energized kind of
people
came
did
into
bring
play.
that up.
Slowly things developed to where like I finally
Yeah.
have my lane,
What
I
you
guess.
wanna do, yeah. And I watched a video. It was a basketball video the other night, and they called out these. They were calling out these YouTube channels. They were like, "Oh, these YouTube channels used to make kid content, or these YouTube channels used to make gaming content, and now they do basketball." And it's like, are you not allowed to change what you're interested in? Like, do you just have to keep doing the same thing forever? Like, what's the issue?
Mhm.
You know?
But no, that's the general reason why so many creators who were like they're known for like Roblox, they're known for Minecraft, they're known for Fortnite. The minute they swap, they're scared to do it because their viewer rate goes from 100 people to 45.
Exactly.
It's not what you're known for. So like,
It's not what you're known for, but it's still. I think it helps with the sense of community. Like, I'd rather have like 45, 50 people that are like dedicated viewers that are coming into like not every stream but majority, than have like 300-400 viewers and only 5 of those people actually care
yeah,
and aren't just watching me just because, you know.
yeah. Which when it comes to viewers, I welcome anybody. Like,
But a lot of people most people just care about the number. They don't really care about like the viewers themselves. They're just like, oh, the number's
Yeah.
high. How can I get this number even higher?
it's the ones you watch out for, the ones that are just sitting there just like farming or just like making based ass rumors, speculation, any kind of thing they can do to direct them to, it's like, okay, that's an ick for me.
Oh, Mark, get up! Oh my gosh, this guy is the goat.
How do you know they're coming? 2 of our guys died.
I upped my difficulty on NHL. I'm up to All-Star.
I just realized,
I think.
like, I've been streaming and someone's gonna watch this because like I'm leaving the stream up on YouTube. Someone's gonna be like randomly.
They're gonna look up The Last of Us.
They're gonna watch this
Gameplay.
and it's gonna be all but the game itself, like the conversation.
They're gonna be like, bro, I came here to watch The Last of Us. What is this guy yapping about?
Exactly. But I'm okay with that. I generally don't care.
Okay, I think it's easier to build from my watching experience. I honestly like watching people that just yap. Like most of the people that I watch that are like stream wise, like I'll watch Young Nero or Joe Bartolozzi, whatever, or Moist Critical. They just talk about anything. Like no matter what they're doing, they just talk about whatever.
Yeah,
And
I'm not even
think
complaining.
that's
I
more
just find it
entertaining,
funny.
You know, it is funny for sure. Because there's always that, like I said, that guy's gonna go. There's gonna be a random person that's gonna be like, I want to watch The Last of Us, and they're gonna see your video. It's gonna be like in the search, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay. and they're gonna click it. It's gonna be like, oh, this guy doesn't have that many viewers. Maybe he's pretty good. And they're gonna be watching it, and it's just gonna be talking about just random stuff.
NHL
And he's gonna be
creation.
like, bro. And then every once in a while, he's gonna hear in the background me be like, Omar! No idea what the f is going on because we're not playing the same game.
Yeah.
Bro's like, who the hell is Bro, someone goes in your comment section, who the hell is Omar?
Oh, sorry, I can't
And why does he keep saying it?
craft that yet. Fuck.
I'm gonna watch the Sens game tonight. It's at 7. And we're playing the Canucks, so that should be fun.
I don't think the Wings played today. They played Montreal and they still lost. And even though they had, I don't know, they have a track record of like going like 5-2, and then all of a sudden it becomes 7-5. Like what?
Yeah. Your next game, you guys do play today, actually.
Really?
You play Montreal again.
Oh, Montreal. Yeah, that
Let's go, Cole Caulfield.
Once again, people make a big deal about winning against Maple Leafs, and we clap back finally against Philly, and then now it's like, I don't know.
But it's because the Maple Leafs in our division, they're the weakest link out of those top teams, I feel like. Like, they are the team with the most flaws, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, even though they are leading right now, like, I guess maybe actually, I think Boston actually, because like the top 3, it's Toronto, Florida, and Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Sens have the same record as the Bruins, who are at 4, and the Wings are only 4 games.
Yes!
Like the division is really close.
Oh, definitely.
Like extremely close, but it's like we all know that the Lightning and the Panthers are making the playoffs no matter what. And Toronto, it's the Maple Leafs. They'll probably find a way. Even though right now we're like, oh, maybe they won't. They'll probably still end up making it.
Yeah. There's that team that makes
so
it.
that leaves
anymore.
literally one spot open for anyone else, which would be the Sens, the Bruins, the Red Wings, the Canadians. Like, that literally leaves one playoff spot open. Because those 3 teams are pretty much guaranteed to make it every single
I know
year.
we're not. The Sens already have a foot in the door.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, for the rest of the division as it is.
Which I do intend to watch a Sens game at some point. I just... Like, no, I was even going to watch ours. I was going to watch our game that we had, but I was out of town at the time, unfortunately, so...
That's fair.
Wait, no, I was at the park, I think, that day.
I think so. I remember talking about it.
I just stopped thinking for a second.
But
Real hard to
we're
think.
playing the Canucks tonight, and I think that'd be fun. I think that'll be fun.
It actually could be.
That's Hughes, right?
Quinn Hughes, Philip Hronek, which Hronek, I think, is still injured.
I don't see him on the lineups. I see Jake DeBrusk, Brock Bozer, Connor Garland.
DeBrusk was him the last game we played.
JT Miller.
Which you saw, so...
They do have depth, though. You know what? Tonight is going to be a night of elite goalkeeping. That's what it is going to be.
Yeah, but I think you got the upper hand with what they have right now.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
I
Unless DeBrusk locks in.
I don't even... This isn't bias, I don't think. Maybe it's a little biased. I think Olmark is the best goalie in the NHL right now. Since he came back from his injury, we haven't lost. We've actually lost 1 game. We're like 7-1, and we're on a 5-game win streak. Like... And he has 2 shutouts in that time, or 3.
Yeah.
Like, he's insane.
That's what people say about Samsonov.
If you look, if you look at Boston, whenever they post their games, everyone's like, traded away the wrong goalie. Or like any page for that matter, everyone's just like, man, Boston really chose the wrong one, because Olmark has been that guy this season. And I said, I was kind of nervous that he would get here and then just not be good, because that's just kind of the Senators' luck.
Yeah.
But he is like, man, I've been seeing a lot more now that Olmar's healthy. I'm seeing a lot more people that are like, oh, he's like legit, you know? Like, this team could low-key be a sleeper for the Stanley Cup. Like it's one of those teams that you have to like. I feel like right now we're one of those teams like you can't count us out. Like we could beat any team, but also we're not so good that we like. I don't know how I feel about us in a series. You know, like I feel like we can beat anyone, but I don't know how that would go in an actual series against one specific team in the playoffs, which kind of worries me.
Yeah. Mother. I'm doing ass because I'm
But
so
I do
focused on
think
conversation.
Olmark is good enough to win us games by like actually not even I don't even think this is like a fact. Olmark is good enough to win us games by himself, which is kind of a nice thing to have at goalie.
Which being you knew Chaichun, you needed that assistance.
We did because yeah. I mean Sanderson and Shabbat, they've been cooking. They don't play on the same line. One's first line, one's second
But
line.
isn't Sanderson like injury prone?
He hasn't been injured this year.
Oh.
Our injuries right now, who is it? Perron is injured. And
Unfortunate though.
backup goalie as well.
That is a pretty good player though.
Forsberg. Yeah.
I don't know how effective he's been.
Who else is it? Let me look. We have one more injury.
What time is both those games tonight? The Wings or the fucking Senators?
Mine Senators is at 7 for me, which would be 10 for you. It's a late game.
What's the Wings game? Mainly because I'm streaming and don't want to look.
Red Wings. Here. You guys play at 4, which would be 7 for you.
So I could watch your game, technically.
Yeah, you could watch your. I mean, we could watch both games. We could watch the Detroit game, and then after we could watch the Sens game. They're back to back.
I'm down.
That sounds good to me.
Because I know I'm not streaming this all damn day.
You say that until you look at the time and you're like, I've been streaming this all day.
Well, yesterday I streamed like 7 hours, 7.5 hours, somewhere in there, which is strange. Yeah, no, I just
mean, you did have like a big plan though.
yeah, and everything fell through. I just kept going. Like Helldivers, we found out the alien bot, whatever the hell they're supposed to add, not in there yet. So that was kind of rough. And then you were busy all day, so the murder game wasn't possible.
That was. I was literally like excited, and then I ended up being out all day, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Which is fine, but yeah, I mean, Dennis like, let's wait for birds. Like, okay.
Let's see here.
Realistically, you probably wouldn't have cared, but
I thought you guys were gonna play it honestly.
yeah, but yeah, it was his idea to say, wait for birds. Like, okay. Like I wasn't. I
feel like me and Dennis are getting like closer, like actually, like now, because like for like a long time, I think you moving is what did it. Because for a long time, me and Dennis wouldn't get in parties together unless you were in the party.
Which is cool.
Like I don't think up until you moved, I don't think I had ever been in a party just me and Dennis. Like I said, so I think that helped.
Yeah, which I knew you two would vibe easily.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't know. I'm just right about people. I guess my judge of character. I guess you're just good. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the argument of like when I say Dennis, oh you'll like this game. I'm mostly right.
That's how I am with most of my friends. I'm like, oh you'll like this game, and they're like, why? And I'm like, just trust me. Every time literally at this point now, whenever they're like, I'm not gonna play it, I'm like, every time I recommend you a game, you enjoy it, and then they're like, you're right. And then
Yeah,
play it.
I low-key want to go buy a couple games right now. Like, I think Witcher might be one of them, but I don't know.
I want to get an NHL 25. I want to play NHL 25.
I told you we still got our league.
I want to buy it.
Well, I still
I know we have our league, but
we
I mean,
need
like
to.
actually, like without the, like the delay, like just actually.
Buddy, I'm hardwired. There's no delay. There's no delay.
Across the country. There is the. I know there's a delay. I'm the one that's joining the share play. What do you mean?
But like I did mention like making it like a stream thing, like Twitch was.
True.
Because YouTube just seemed redundant.
Yeah, I think sports stream.
Because we've only played like that one game. That was literally it. And before I even hardwired, I think. Like when I played 2K with Dennis, everything was perfect, peachy. Which maybe because he just adapted, I don't know, but.
Bro's just better. Damn it. God damn it. No, I'm trolling. Alright, let's see here. I looked up the injury report. Oh, it's Zub. I don't even have to look it up. It's Perron, Zub, and Forsberg. Those are our injuries. Which is crazy. We're playing this good, and one of our first line defenders is injured. Just saying.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played. Also, we haven't played a single game where. Actually, no. We've only had one game this season where Zub and Omar have both played. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure.
I was still surprised you picked up David Perron. That was still left field, but I low key feel like you picked him up just to have an excuse to get rid of Joseph. Because I can guarantee you 100%.
Also, I mean, it shores up that center spot.
True.
Like our centers, it's Josh Norris in the first line, Stutzla, Perron in the third line, and Shane Pinto is in our fourth line.
Yeah. See,
like, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah. See, it's. I genuinely feel you signed Perron as an excuse to get rid of Joseph because like ever since the incident with Dylan Larkin, that player's had a bad rib, and it's probably just gonna stick with him.
I would imagine.
You know, that's where I'm like,
usually
fuck
that
this
kind of
dude.
Stuff sticks. See, but if T'Chuk hit someone like that and knocked him out, I'd be like, fuck yeah. I mean, but then again, it's Brady. He's like top 3 in hits every year. I kind of expect him, like, even if it's not on purpose, it's kind of just like he's probably gonna injure like 1 or 2 guys every season. Like he just hits people so much, you know. But that hit that fucker had on Larkin, that was a dirty hit. That was like a bad hit.
Yeah.
I watched that. That was a dirty hit.
And he didn't care. Not one flying fuck did he care.
Yeah.
Like.
And like I said, it's like those kind of players, like they're cool, but not like obviously it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like Troba. Like Troba throws elbows every single game. And everyone's like, man, he's such a dirty player. But it's not the same kind of dirty as that hit was on Larkin.
Because he knew like if he didn't take off and go back to the bench, he was getting his ass beat. Like Perron jumped on the first guy that was closest to Larkin, which unfortunately, I mean the intent was good, but unfortunately it wasn't the right person. That was the downfall. It was the wrong person he jumped on, unfortunately. Which I mean, his suspension was justified, but. Which some people got mad about that, but I'm not going to go into that one.
I think, yes, like, even if you're the one defending, like, if you're fighting, both people should be suspended. I think the guy that starts it should get a worse, like...
Joseph, I don't think got anything.
Yeah, I think the guy that starts it should get a worse, like, thing.
He could have had a month.
Joseph, it was a dirty hit, right? But he didn't actually start fighting anyone where Perron did. So there's also that. You know? Because usually for dirty hits, you just get tossed out of the game. Like, you don't even, like, it's not usually a suspension. Unless it's, like, really bad, you usually just get tossed out the game.
Well, the way he hit Larkin was like the upper back of the spine, towards like you don't hit that.
Oh, I know. Larkin's was bad. Larkin's was horrible.
He was out for 5 minutes. Out cold.
I could not stand. I can't stand the guy. I was happy we got rid of him. And like I said, I mean, getting Perron, like, he's old, yes, but Perron, he's still nice.
But no, it's like Sens fans are like, oh, he's so soft. He's just like selling. He's blah blah blah, and it's like my brother in Christ. Like you saw some of the comments here, just like dirty. It's like, did you see your child when you were out, like, buddy? You know, I don't care what team you're supporting or who you like the best. You need to change that from like right to wrong. You know, it's kind of like friends. It's like if they do something wrong, I'm like don't back them up because they're wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be like, you're in the wrong. Like my one friend, he cheated on his ex, and I literally was like, bro, you're fucking stupid. He was like, oh, like he was trying to like get me on his side, like whatever, and I was like, bro, you're an asshole. I was like, you're still my friend, but you're an asshole. Like you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like,
Which at the end of the day, if you're not happy with the one you're in, just get rid of it and move on.
That's how I am. I'm like, just leave. Like, I don't think you need to cheat. I know it's hard, but like, I think it's better that way instead of risking hurting people. You know, like you're still gonna hurt them, but it's not gonna hurt as bad. Like, I'd rather someone break up with me than cheat on me, having been cheated on and everything.
Yeah.
This might make you happy. Edvinson is getting reevaluated after today's game, so he's gonna miss today's game, but he could be back by next game.
We're trying to defend ourselves.
Wait, who?
Edvinson.
Ah.
He's gonna miss today's game, but he could be back by next game. Possibly.
Yeah, that sucks to lose him. Which I was happy he adapted to NHL as quick as he did.
I mean, Cider needs someone to help him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bro's out here by himself. Let's see who. How
Like,
long is Zub out? I feel like he's been out for dude. He's been out for over a month, and he's on long-term injured reserve.
Which
We have no idea when Forsberg's coming back either. David Perron is out, but it doesn't say that he's injured. It just says he's out. So.
it could be in that evaluate, which is weird because like someone pointed this out. I think yesterday.
Oh wait,
during
actually
Edmonton.
no. They're like just not playing him.
No, like somebody. Let me pause my game for a second. But somebody pointed out in a comment on like an NHL page, and they pointed out how why is it in like say like the NFL you'll know by the end of the day the injury, but like the NHL that takes a whole fucking week.
It takes forever. I think it's just
Why?
because their budget is lower. I think they don't have as good of like NFL and NBA have the best doctors, so they know like the guy can walk back there and be like, the doctor will be like, "What's wrong?" and the doctor will be able to be like, "Oh, this is exactly what's wrong with you," like without the X-rays and stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually, when you see a report like right after the injury, it's like, "Oh, this is probably the injury" because it's what the doctors are saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know until the X-rays, like for sure. Whereas with the NHL, you just don't know until they get X-rays or whatever else.
Yeah.
Like, no one's like there to actually report on that. I don't think.
I mean, they have
But,
people to
actually,
like when something goes
Perron might
wrong,
just be a depth
but they
piece
probably
in
just
the
don't
line.
have the people
He
who
has not played.
do the core injuries. They probably just have like medical staff, but not trained medical staff.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's really weird that.
I need to know our lines. I need to see like our actual lines because like I'm kind of curious now. Because I thought that Perron was playing more than he was, but guess not.
I do kind of wonder how well he's doing with the Sens.
He has not gotten a point this season. He's only played in 9 games. I think he's a depth piece.
Mm-hmm.
We have Zach Ostapchuk playing our 4th line center, and we moved Pinto up to the 3rd.
I want to pick up the bottom. Oh, whatever. I don't feel like going back for it.
I mean, I don't think playing Perron in the 4th line would hurt. Like, if you want to keep Pinto in the 3rd line.
With us, he was second or third line always.
Like, he doesn't need to be. I think he could be a good 4th line guy, like 4th line center, because, like, I don't want him to play more minutes than Norris, Stutzla, or Pinto, obviously. But it would still be nice to see him get more minutes and actually play.
Yeah.
Like, he's not that bad. Unless his game is actually fallen off that much and like age is finally catching up, like I don't think he's that bad.
No. I mean, you see what Prawn did with the Wings. Like when we had him, he was like what 20
Yeah.
goals, 18 something. I forget what the fuck it was.
Yeah, like I said, we're starting Ostapchuk in the 4th line. So
Like I genuinely feel like we had a team like last season. All we had to do was like the nooks and crannies and spots. Like, but why we took the nuke that we did made no sense at all.
Bruh, I forgot to put the E on David Perron. I put in David Bourne.
That's a
Oh,
highlight.
no.
That's a highlight for anybody who watches the stream afterwards. That's a highlight and a half.
Dude, that's so tragic. News, yeah, let me see. Like, why is my boy not playing? What's going on? I need to know. What my boy David Bourne doing.
We should go, Marlene. Bound to be more soldiers on the way.
You're right. Let's move.
Playing this kind of makes me want to play fucking some more stealth
Zub
games.
is on IR.
Like Metal
okay,
Gear
so
and whatnot.
Zub has a broken foot.
It's further now.
Perron.
Which I don't know. Do you think I'd even care for like Metal Gear, like those games?
Apparently, Perron is dealing with like some mental health stuff.
Yeah.
Go on, inside.
Man, the wing snapper should have got rid of me. I want to go back.
You know what's so funny? You know when Zub's expected to return? Take one guess.
Where are we going, Merlin?
Deadline?
Nope. When we play you guys on the 7th in January.
Cool. So we got to have a healthy defense then. Cool.
I was looking at it. That's what it seems is. He could be back as early as next Thursday, but the consensus is he'll be probably back by the time we play Detroit. That's the latest. Is Detroit going to be the first team to get to play a healthy Sens team? Josh Norris. But yeah, apparently Perron's out with like mental. His is like a mental health thing.
I'm not seeing one collectible card or anything yet. So like, did they remove it or what is going on here? Like I've just noticed that. Like I thought by now you would have found a card. Let me pause this. Did they actually remove cards? Because I don't even see collectibles as an option.
Okay, so Perron is listed with concussion, but people are saying that it seems more like a mental thing because when he did play, he didn't look like himself. But
okay, so the
he's only
option's
played
there. I
9
just haven't
games.
run into it yet. Okay, I feel a bit better.
Tough word. Hopefully he gets better with whatever he's dealing with though, because having Perron in that fourth line, and I think would just make our team.
It could
even
just
better
be a
than we
Christmas
already
thing.
are.
Just a hey, I want a
could
few
be.
days. Because like they label
That's
it
what it seems
base.
to be. Is he's just staying with his wife, but they say concussion for the actual injury, but everyone's saying he never doesn't actually have a concussion. So apparently it's like just a confusing thing that is kind of just not really known. So that's what they're throwing on it.
Yeah.
But
We'll get another shot.
like I said, if hopefully he gets everything and feels better and stuff, because him on the fourth line would make our team even better
Not exactly close.
than we are, or even maybe trying to play him at like one of the wings on like the third line with Pinto or something. Like I feel like would work.
Double what Rockets
Probably,
are.
yeah.
Speaking of which, where are they?
I mean, dude can basically play any line. That's kind of the one thing about Perron. It's like he's a good team player. He can play basically any line, and he's kind of there where he's needed. Like he's a generally all around solid player.
Yeah.
She's not crossing.
Like I'm not even being biased. I'm just being straightforward. Like
Yeah. No, I've heard a lot. I've only heard good things about Prime. Like, even looking up like his injury and stuff, everyone's like,
especially
because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, why is he not playing? He's not even injured. Blah blah blah. And then everyone else is like, he's been in the league for so long, like, and he loves the sport. He'll be like, if he can play, he's gonna play.
He was a good
But if he feels he's not gonna be 100%, then he's not gonna come out and risk making things worse. You know. So, like I said, hopefully it'll because he's not with us now and he's on the injured stuff. The money's not actually counting towards the cap that we're paying him. So,
And you, stay close.
there's
Yeah.
that as well.
Let's go.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Wings right now are just in cap hell because of the Andrew Cobb, JT, and Ben Stroud overpay.
Yeah.
Which
Big
I mean,
big
JT
contract.
Comfer is kind of like somewhat justified because he just had a pretty year. Last year, like I don't care what he says. Last year we had a playoff team. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care genuinely.
A playoff team, yes, like in other divisions, but I think we've just like came to the terms that we are in the hardest division in hockey. So like, yes, a team could be like because I thought the Sens last year were a playoff team. Like our goalies weren't great, but our team was still like good. But There's like 3 to 4 elite teams in our division every year. So like I feel like being a playoff team like isn't enough, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get stuck right at the 5th seed and just barely miss the playoffs. Like you know, is how I feel like it is like
That's
how I
not
feel about it.
breakable, I don't think. Oh, I go down here. Cool. Having to remember where to go in this game is so strange. Like, I don't know. I played like a handful of times.
Bro's played this game 50 million times and doesn't know anything.
Which kind of like, to me, like,
Tisk tisk.
kind of adds more value to story-based games if you're able to play it more than once and still enjoy it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've played, what do you think? What have I played?
Which I need to lock in and finish the Star Wars game, because I started playing it last night, so I can clean up space. That game's like 100 something. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. That's like 100 something. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What's another game?
Which I
Played
eventually
Ghost
like to
Recon. This is my 3rd time playing Ghost Recon.
Which I eventually would like to pick up a good 4 terabyte SSD, but the nuisance about buying an SSD upgrade is like you're basically moving what you had, and you're kind of forced to just reinstall everything again unless you were able to move it. Which I could, yeah, but why spend a few bucks just to move it? Or just actually, you know what? I take that back. I could dust off my Or no, that's not true because I let her use it. Never mind. So yeah, I would have to reinstall everything.
Yeah. Which I have no idea how to install an SSD. Thankfully, Dennis said he has a video.
It's easy. It's not as technical as you think it is.
Yeah, you guys both keep saying it's easy. So like I said, it's nice though. That
The
Dennis has
only
a video.
big deal you probably have to worry about is that high anxiety of taking the cover off the console itself. Like if
Actually, like,
yeah, because it's the one corner you gotta pull up like a specific amount and then slide it off, which sounds easy, but it's one of those mentalities like, oh, you're gonna
Are we
snap
talking
it.
about like we're not talking about the plates. We're talking about the actual.
I'm talking about the side plate side plate of the console to get into the SSD. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everything else is simple. Everything else, all you have to do.
Wait. So it's just the side plates that I have to take off. Like, is everything else simple after that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I can take the side plates
After
off. I do
that,
all the time
after
with
that,
the
it's just
console.
screws. But pro tip: don't screw up the screws. Ha! I made a pun. Like, make sure you know what screw goes into what. So don't mix them up. Don't toss them in a pile. Because that part matters.
Okay. Okay. Well, the plates. I take my plates off all the time and clean my console because it gets dusty.
Yeah, I haven't done that since I put my SSD, and I just haven't.
Yeah, I do it every once in a while. Like I'll look at it and I'll be like, damn, that's a lot of dust, and I'll take my plates off and I'll clean it. Like I'll just wipe it off, you know. Try to get as much of the dust out of the fan as possible.
Which I should at some point
well.
clean it up. But yeah, I do want to get me a 4 terabyte SSD at some point.
For sure.
I'm sure you will figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, it's gonna be
Probably get the
nice.
upgraded Samsung one.
Then I'll be able to
The
play like
990. Because I get the 980. But I make sure I get the heatsink built in with it because it's just easier that way.
The watch is broken.
it'll be nice because then I can play Fortnite more. I could play.
Any game, basically.
I could play Dead by Daylight more. Like the reason I stopped playing DVD as much is because I just don't have space on my console. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like
Well, for
I
me,
have 2 games that take up the entirety of my console. Like I can't do.
yeah.
anything.
Well, for me, that game, unless I'm playing with you guys, I don't enjoy it. If I'm being completely honest. Like I like it occasionally, but like I'm not in love with it. I don't
Every
know.
once in a while, I'll play Killer like solo, but most of the time, I just prefer to play with you guys. I think it's more fun. That
Yeah,
way.
it's one of the games
I won't
where you have to play
Survivor
with friends.
randoms. It's playing with randoms. It's just and no communication is kind of rough.
Mm-hmm. Which one could say add a ping system, but then it would kind of destroy the system.
Yeah.
Not destroy it.
Yeah, because then you get someone pinging the killer.
Like the best you could do is just add emotes
Sorry, it took so
instead. Like they kind of have pointing or like come here emote, but like you see what I'm saying though. Like if they just reworked that.
I think that could work. Yeah. Maybe I actually get on the game. They put
Do
out a
some
code.
base sign language.
Dude, they put out a code for 250,000 blood points. So
Again,
maybe
not
we'll
one
put that
collectible.
in.
What's up with this?
Remove the collectibles because they don't want you to have fun.
Well, no, like I'm being dead serious. Like if I go to
That was
options,
elbow.
the option of collectibles is there. So like they're in the game, but I had not seen one yet. So unless my memory's bad, maybe find it later on. I don't know.
Your memory's bad.
Probably is.
You're cooked, pal. You're cooked, pal.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm in that vibe of like I want to grab Mirage, which I still want to play, finish the other Assassin's Creed games, obviously. But I'm in that like Metal Gear, pick that up. I yeah. See, if I picked up Witcher, it'd be like a way later on down the line to play it.
I wish Metal Gear Survive would have been a better game. It sounded so cool, but everyone says it's just fucking horrible and
Yeah,
unplayable.
yeah. Well, no, like I said, you can't even play online until you're level 25.
Yeah.
But
Sounded cool though.
did you just block me, buddy? Buddy,
Did you just block me with your
buddy, bruh, bruh. AI like, nah, fuck you, ain't playing this fucking game. They dead blocked my way from where I was at.
What do you mean?
Like, I see we have to hit the button to go down, but I have to start the generator to fucking do that.
Fucking Ellie's just standing in the doorway and you can't get through.
Yes, I'm reporting for body blocking. I'm reporting for body blocking. Can you fuckers move?
Oh my goodness.
Like if you came to stream, dead ass.
Like
this is body blocking to another extent.
See this.
And there's no way to jump around or avoid it. Like I've tried to crouch, everything.
I mean, you just gotta deal with it and just stay in that room forever.
I'm just stuck here. Like what's, brother man?
Oh, All-Star voting started? Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, here we go. We got it. We're safe. I made it. We're good now. Which, when is it supposed to actually hit? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, but yeah, we're good now. I don't know. I kind of want to get the new Sniper Elite game that's coming out. It's called like Resilience or Resistance, something like that. It seemed kind of cool.
Oh, wait, I can just go on the app and do it.
Yeah, there we go.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why they weren't standing on the side of the lift from the start. I don't know. But yeah.
Bro, is it not gonna let me sign in?
I don't know. I probably would enjoy Metal Gear more, but you know me, like I enjoy stealth, but like I have anxiety of stealth games.
That's fair.
Because how piss poor the system could be.
They can be very bad, that is true. I mean, they could be horrid. And that's instantly kills the fun
Which,
in playing it.
Last of Us is not a top tier stealth game, no, but I think it's done well. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's done well. Which is one thing Assassin's Creed usually got right.
Hold up. There's a patrol up ahead.
Alright, let's get this voting going. Here we go.
Oh, this area, I hate it so much.
Obviously, Giannis is
Come on
All-Star.
If you remember the mission where with the you escape with Tess and Ellie, like you gotta deal with the stupid ass spotlights. Hated that so much. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Jokic, Shea, Luka, and Wemby
we alive? Is we alive? What is going on here? Why does every chord known to man want to be twisted? So yeah, if you're alive, I can.
I'm actually outside.
Up this way.
Oh shit.
Don't do anything stupid.
Yep. I just picked up apple mango gfuel. I've been talking about grabbing it for a minute, so I just, you know what? A few points, a couple dollars. Hurt nobody.
Put your hands on your head.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood. Look the other way. We can make this worth your while.
Shut up. Tired of this shit. What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Fuck. I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Oh, shit. Look.
Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Just lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
I ain't buying it. Oh, shit. Tess. Run. Run!
Go! Go! Move!
Holy shit!
I got 2 dead uniforms. I repeat, I got 2 dead uniforms. Sector 12. Requesting immediate backup.
Just talked to them a minute ago. Shit. They're gonna be out in numbers.
All right, Ellie. When I give you the signal, we run.
Signal. Run. Got it.
Now, run. Stay away from those lights. Ellie, it's gonna be another sprint. You ready?
Sure.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So as I said, I'm not going to be finishing this game today. I don't think. If I do, I do. Then big congrats to me. But if I do, probably by the end of next, before Friday, I'm hoping, or Christmas maybe. I don't know.
Stay down, don't let them see you.
Come on, kid.
this way?
You see anything?
Clear back here. How's the look up ahead?
So far, so good.
So it don't matter which way I go. Oh, maybe it does actually. Hold on. Okay. What's up with line? Cool. It's fun to be proven wrong in these things. Oh.
I hear him up ahead.
I'm just gonna.
Done with them soon enough.
Shoot, stay there.
I don't.
We can get through here.
Wait. Come on, I hope to find one collectible. Not that I already care too much, but then I'd feel better that they didn't remove it in this situation. Anybody watching, do me a quick favor and see if they actually remove collectibles from the remastered version, part 1. You don't have to, but just, I don't know.
Down there.
I'm just genuinely curious.
There's so many of them out here. How are we supposed to get past them?
Ain't spotted us yet. Let's go around.
Have a look.
Oh, I'll get a brick. Oh, wait. It's funny I've not found a crafting station yet. Like, I forgot how far distance that actually was. Come on, don't. Ah! I was hoping he turned around. Which way are you fucking going, buddy? Okay, so it's just you and dude across pond. I don't know, I said pond, but I did. My grammar is so just not it. Which way are you turning, buddy? Cool. No! You know what a feature I think most stealth games need to have is like crouch sprinting. That'd be nice. Like some games have it, but it's like it's such a underutilized feature for most games that they don't have it. And I feel like stealth games would benefit from that. Genuinely. Because like you want to be stealthy, but you want to be quick at the same time. You know what? Hold on. You ain't dead, buddy? Fuck. Yeah, that did not go well at all. Shit. I knew I shouldn't have pushed that dude. But did it anyways.
Through here. Come on.
I forgot about that. You should controller.
How's it look?
Totally forgot about
Can
that.
squeeze through here. Shit. I got more soldiers.
Anybody watching whatever you did miss will be up on YouTube afterwards. I'm not deleting this stream.
I don't think they see us.
I do intend to finish Red Dead Redemption 2 also at some point. Which again, it's I think I may not to finish games, but I think I'm at a point to where background person that's kind of more relaxed to where finishing games, streaming, doing this kind of stuff is just it's more it's healthy, I guess. Ooh, what's in here? Some goodies?
Are we safe?
Ooh,
They're still around,
amshmosh.
but take a moment to catch your breath. Joel, see if there's anything we can use in here.
I
Sure thing, boss.
one thing I like to use is the freaking crafting table. I can't even just hold triangle to pick up stuff. It's such a goated feature. I don't have it on, but I kind of want to turn on the trigger feature for the PS. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about that.
Tess, up through here through this pipe. I think we can make it through here.
Stay very close.
I still think a Last of Us multiplayer game done right would be pretty good. Like maybe like make it in the style of like Division, but done right. I don't know.
Jesus.
I know BR though. I think it was about to happen was that BR Last of Us, and that was never going to work. But I don't know. I think if you were to give Last of Us a multiplayer,
There you go.
it would have had to been a standalone
What was the plan?
game
Let's
itself.
say that we deliver you to the Fireflies.
I don't think it would have worked as a
She said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I know I know I was saying, but I completely.
Whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
It's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
If it's true.
I can't.
What if, Joel? When we've come this far, let's just finish it.
I need to remind you what is out there.
I get it. This way. If we cut through downtown, we can hit the Capitol building by sunrise.
We hope.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish a bunch of games I have actually been meaning to finish before I think I start buying a lot of games I've been looking at. That's like Pac-Man is like only a couple. It's only like what $70 is always on sale. Something stupid like that. I can just play through a day or two.
So what happened here?
I think bigger games I think I'll just kind of like hold off on for a while.
What the hell was that?
Tess, you hear that?
Yeah.
Do I care to check now? Even though this game just kind of have that perspective of like
For now.
it forces you to loot, like look at everything, which is kind of one thing I liked about this game, is like there's enough loot, but it's also balanced in a sense. I guess one could say.
Over here.
Like it's balanced to where it's not a lot, but it's enough there to where it forces you to loot. To where like some games to where you'll get like so much loot, ammo, items, and it's like you almost have too much. And some games have way too little to where you just struggle. But this game I feel like has like a nice balance of the two. Which is kind of one thing I think a game like Borderlands has that issue. If I'm not mistaken, it's like one of the games I was thinking of where like you struggle with loot. Oh, we about to go down? So I'm going that way, obviously. So are I going this way? No, because that would break our legs. So is I going this way? Cool. I still don't think it's a major difference with the PS5 version as I'm on. Probably should have put that in the description. I'll probably do that when the stream goes up. But it's very noticeable. The difference of each version from PS3 to PS4 to PS5. I don't know. I still appreciate this being on the PS5. Really, I do. But the whole argument was just the price point. I think if the price were to be like $40, $45, I think nobody would have been mad. Because like if you want to play the multiplayer mode, just go reinstall the PS4 remastered version. As most people who are playing it still have it installed. They never deleted it, so I mean that argument is kind of dumb, but but I just feel like if you're losing a game mode and said feature, I feel like that $70 price point is kind of a bit of a jump. Maybe 50 would be more acceptable. Like if you look at Spyro, I think that game was only like 40, 50 bucks. It wasn't even 70 remotely. And they went and remade the entire game from the ground up and added. So even if that would have been a $70 game, for Spyro it would have been justified because of how much work they did with the game. Because of Spyro, like, those of you don't know what I'm talking about, for Spyro, they not only reworked a lot of the enemies with the models, but they also fixed a lot of the voice lines and dialogue of the game. Or like from the first game, like the dragons, like they always like you'd save them and they say the same old thing, or they almost kind of like look the same. They kind of have their own identity now, from dialogue to model visuals, and I appreciate that in like a remaster. So like that being 60, 70 would have been justified, but I feel like a lot of remasters that are like coming back, I think the argument of like having 8 remasters and like saying get rid of that, it's stupid, I think is kind of dumb. But because not only are you allowing the new generation to play that said game, but you're also being able to replay it yourself, so on so forth. Where was I actually going? Was I going the right way and I kind of like fumbled myself? But I don't know. I just feel like the remaster, like depending how much work was done in the game, like remaster should have been saying like 30, 40 bucks. Like I think Red Dead could have been 40 bucks, 50 maybe. Which 50 being that's like the price of like the release when it first came out, I think it's still acceptable, kind of. Like I'm not saying it was a great price point, don't get me wrong, but being what they did with it wasn't justified. I don't know. I don't know where the hell I'm going now because I've been lost in translation of like what I was saying. I forget where I'm going. I do this a lot in streams, chat. I believe me, I do. I will sit there and I'll just start talking, or I'll be looking at chat and I'll look up the screen. It's like, well, where am I going? What's going on? It's like I that kind of autopilot to the chat part of streams, which is not really a pet peeve, but it's like my downfall as a streamer. I look more at chat to do the actual game itself. And I'm not playing this in a minute, so trying to remember. Okay, so yeah, this would have been going back down, so I was going right. But I forget where you go from here. I guess it had to be to the right because I can't go left. Because that brings me back up, I think. Or wait, do I actually go the other way around? Hold on, chat. Did I get it right this time? No, it's back where I was. So maybe I did go that way. Am I an idiot and I've had to go through this freaking sewer this entire time? No, because it's not even an option to do that, I don't think. No, okay. Do I go up here? No. Alright, chat, help me out here because I'm going boomer mode here. And we watch the stream afterwards, probably just they're telling me to go there, man. You stupid. Why are you stupid? Because I'm trying to remember what I did last time when I played this. And I genuinely don't. Because like, it's clearly not this way that I have to go. Because there's no... Yeah, there's no direction. Am I this cooked yet? Am I this cooked? I lost some stupid section here because I was so busy just communicating. Which is cool because I can kind of like enjoy the game too, like explore a little bit. It's not going in here. Can't even break that. Yeah, I generally feel like if Last of Us were to make an open world survival game, I think hell, actually, you know what? If you make a DayZ clone, but you have Last of Us with all its mechanics, fix the combat a little bit, I think you got a pretty good game. Like DayZ done right, because like DayZ is like it's so out of, it's just so old as a game. I think DayZ, I think, if I'm being honest, should move to free to play and get a big update. Because I feel that game is just so dead in the water. Speaking somewhat biasedly, but I've not heard anybody talk about that or really play it or anything. Because I know even on console it dropped, and it dropped so buggy, probably because it was just a cheap port. It wasn't a fully fledged console version, it was just a cheap port to probably just hopefully farm some more players to an already struggling game. So again, where am I supposed to even be going? Like, clearly it was down, but genuinely I don't know where I'm supposed to be, because like I couldn't go in the freaking sewer. I couldn't go in the freaking sewer. So anybody wants to help me out where I'm supposed to be going from here, please do, because my memory is meh, and I can't seem to figure it out on my own apparently. Like, it's been so long since I played The Last of Us, and this is kind of sad because I've actually played this at least a good 5 or 6 times, probably more than that, and my memory is not there. Because I can't go through here. I've tried. There's nothing this way. I can't go that way. Is there a ledge or someplace I'm supposed to go? Chat? Did I miss something? Or I'm just not too bright? Is that my issue? Make sure my mic's been on, because like sometimes I won't even have it turned on. bird. You suck.
Let's see here.
You suck. I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to be going. Genuinely, I don't know. I'm at the part where after you survive the spotlights and the people, and maybe you see, I don't know. I forget where the hell to go.
I'll start voting. I did everything I needed to do.
Where the hell do I go from here?
Bro played the game before but doesn't know where to go.
It's been a minute. But you remember like the broken bridge, like shortly afterwards you survive the spotlight SWAT team, whatnot.
I didn't make it that far.
So you didn't really play the game that far in general. You just kind of an hour and that was it. Which probably would explain your.
I didn't really. It was the gameplay more than anything. I didn't really. I was like, like maybe it gets better.
It does.
It hooked me right away.
It does.
In
It's one of them
games,
slow
like,
narrative starts, and then once
and
you
also,
get
I
a little
really could care less about the story. Like, I know the story, and it's not like. That's another reason. Like, I
It
already
is
knew the
typical.
story going into it.
won't argue.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's kind of a basic story.
But it has more life than Days Gone by miles.
Yeah, but Days Gone has a pretty great open world, so each game has, I think, positives for sure. I think if you're looking
I don't
narrative,
understand where I'm going here.
I think narrative-wise, definitely, The Last of Us is better.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still game for Days Gone 2, because Days Gone 1, like, it had the potential, but the story was just not it, and the game was so broken. Even with the AI, we just. There was a mission I got stuck on because I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna reinstall Days Gone and play it. Because, like, my interest was like, oh, it's basically the same core gameplay mechanics as Last of Us, but open world. And I get to a mission towards like, oh yeah, clear this out, blah blah blah. And it's telling me there's an enemy left, but there's nowhere to be seen an enemy left. Like it's broken as a game. But I will argue that the only reason that game got any fucking attention at all was the big hordes that chase after you. I don't care what nobody says, which seems kind of redundant to like a game.
I enjoyed the game. I didn't think it was that bad. I never ran into any, but then again, I never ran into any glitches when I played it, so.
I did.
But like, it's just like for me, like with Ghost Recon, I always saw people talking about how it was glitchy, and I never ran into it. But this playthrough, which is like my third playthrough, I've ran into a bunch of glitches that have been annoying to deal with.
Yeah, let's think about glitches. Like, it all comes to experience. Like, do you, don't you? You know what I mean? Like, if you're somebody like Dennis, you'll find every single one.
Yeah. Usually I find glitches like Madden and stuff.
I don't think that's where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm gonna. This might have been the way I just came from, I think. If it's the way it's supposed to be going the entire time, I'm probably gonna scream.
Striker, why does it say you made 5 NBA accounts to vote for Cade?
I didn't vote for Cade. I voted for Stanley Johnson.
Bro made 5 NBA accounts to vote Stanley Johnson for an All-Star. That's what the NBA needs. Stanley Johnson All-Star game appearance.
I think I'm going the wrong way this time. So I was going the wrong way pretty much. Yep. Yeah, that was the problem. I was going the wrong way.
I can't believe he was so bad. I can't believe that y'all did that twice. Like,
what?
Y'all drafted Stanley Johnson and he was complete garbage. And then y'all drafted Killian Hayes and he was complete garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But then again, like, you know our small forward fetish.
True. It's alright though, because now you got Thompson. If your coach decides to play, I know he can't shoot threes, but he should be playing more than he is.
To what I understand, I actually read that he was dealing with something medical, actually. He could not play. He,
That would
he
make
was dealing
sense.
with the I can't remember if it was like a ankle infection or if it was a blood clot or something. It was one of the two. I couldn't remember for the life of me, but it was something medical. I did see.
That would make sense then.
So he could not play. But yeah, I knew
Because
like
his brother is cooking, man.
because like
Brother,
in the preseason,
Houston.
we were looking decent, and then I remembered now going into regular season like everybody was kind of like injured, so like it was gonna be a struggle 10 games, give or take.
Sadly, no one on that team has any consistency except for Cade.
Yeah.
Cade goes out, puts up a 30-point triple-double every night, and y'all can't win. I feel so bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing everything he can. If Ivy would just lock in, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to give up on him yet, and like, but this like might be his peak. I feel like 'cause it's been like 4 or 5 years, and we just have not seen the jump that we've been waiting for. He's just kind of
Yeah.
And the NBA is a bit different from other sports. Like after like 4 or 5 years, you kind of know what the players are.
Mm-hmm. If you can come up with a basketball game, but like I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to focus on when I'm actually playing guitar.
The hops though.
I kind of hate that though. It's like you're on YouTube and it's like you want to play that one game because you're watching it, and then it's like you play it and you're on there for like not even an hour, like you're done.
That's why for me, whenever I play NBA 2K, I'll go on my phone and I'll watch basketball content.
Just so you
Like,
keep playing it.
Just like I'll watch people talking about the NBA, or like same with hockey. I'll go watch like NHL. Like I'll go watch the hockey guy.
Yeah,
playing
I've
this,
not watched
I'm
him
playing
in a
NHL.
while though. I think last time I watched him was that that
Pretty sure it was a ring thing, right? Or like
the Stanley Cup playoff
Stanley
contention.
Cup. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the video. That's why I was so delayed.
Yeah.
Which I mean, a lot of it was kind of a fair assessment. You know, he doesn't seem.
Yeah.
I have nothing personal against the guy.
He's just kind of chill, you know. He's kind of, and there's not many like. I feel like I feel like there's not many hockey YouTubers to watch like.
No,
anything
in sports,
like
I think
if you
in
want to
general.
watch franchise stuff, like if you want to watch franchise stuff, you watch Stick on the Ice. There's not really anyone else that does it.
Yeah.
And then for like, hockey content, there's a few people, but I think the hockey guy has been like my go-to whenever I want to watch hockey.
Yeah.
Because usually he be talking.
But see, that's kind of
Usually
why.
he be making good points too.
Yeah, well, see, that's kind of why I don't really watch sports podcasts unless I know the actual people, because like it can be so. I'm trying to figure out the word I'm looking for here. I don't want to say
I watched
toxic
one
because
sports
the term
podcast.
toxic is overused in the wrong situation,
Yeah.
but it can be so. Typical, generic. I'm trying to figure out the word here. I'm looking for here.
I watch sports like YouTube videos and stuff for podcasts. I only watch one sports podcast. Other than like Locked On, but those are just basic like.
I've tried
podcasts.
watching it, and it's like, you know what? You're just saying what everybody else wants you to say.
Like
That's what kind of I'm trying to say.
It's like basic news podcast. Like they're just like, oh, this is what's going on with the team, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's like the only reason I watch it. I could care less about what they have to say. It's just
It's
kind
the
of
stuff
keep
I
up
can
with
just
what's
find
going
anywhere
on
else.
behind the scenes.
Just I don't know.
Yeah, it's just an easy way to keep up with everything though that's going on, like in one place. But for like podcasts, the only podcast I really watch like consistently for sports is I watch Stay Hot, which is an NFL podcast. It's a group of 3 guys, and that's like the best. I think it's the best sports podcast for any sport. Like they're funny. They actually have personality, but they're also like extremely knowledgeable when it comes to the sport.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, they'll talk about other sports. Like they'll talk about baseball and basketball every once in a while instead of just football. Which is like
a good mix. But yeah,
it gives you that feel of like, oh, they actually are people who enjoy making content and aren't just putting out slop.
Yeah. See, for me, when it comes to like hockey podcasts, which I'm not really a heavy podcast guy to begin with. I don't want to listen to people talk, but just I'm not gonna wake up and go watch one. It's just my interest level. But the ones I will watch willingly is the fucking uh, Woodward, Wayward. I think it was called Woodward. Woodward Sports, like Darren McCarty and the dude. I fuck with that one though.
I haven't seen that one.
That's the one I'll
I haven't
watch.
seen that one.
It's Let me actually look that up.
And then for like
seconds.
YouTube wise, I'll watch like basketball. I'll watch like Low, Legend of Winning. He usually talks about like shit that's going on with basketball, and he's actually hilarious. He's actually hilarious. So I watch him, and then there's Young Nero who he also talks about basketball, and he's hilarious as well. So I watch him. But I usually watch him when like, because he just uploads his like stream highlights, or like he'll upload like bits of his streams, and I'll usually just watch those.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy. I prefer if I'm watching someone who wants to talk about sports or play or whatever, they actually have like a personality and aren't just like, oh, this is what happened today for your team, for the team.
Yeah.
For this team.
I just can't stand ones that like they have that nerve towards like, oh, what do people want me to say? And that's their
Yeah.
podcast. Like, no.
Stairwell's blocked.
That's like, and that's the thing with like Nero. He literally is just like, this is how I feel. If you disagree with me, say something, and we can talk about it. Like that's pretty much what he says to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what I'm at. It's like I really don't care. It's like if I happen to like God Ghost, I don't care. You're not gonna change my perspective. You know, like
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, I just be arguing because it's fun. Like every once in a while, I'll just be like when we'll be talking about something, and I'll be like, oh well, this is how I feel about it.
mm-hmm.
I know I'm not gonna sway you or change your opinion. It's just genuine talking point.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
that's fine. It's just like I don't know.
Cause it's like with me, like I'm like, oh, I think Fallout 76 is a great game. It's really fun, and other people are like, this game fucking sucks. And
Yeah.
they're gonna give me reasons why it sucks, and I'm gonna be like, well, okay, I see why you feel that way. That's kind of how I am. I'm like, oh, I see why you feel that way, but I just don't enjoy it. Like with The
Yeah.
Last of Us, when you said you enjoyed it, I was like, oh, I understand why you enjoy it. Like I get the appeal, but it's just not really like for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, which is fine. But it's
That's
like
just kind of how I am. But most people, they're just like, oh, you don't like what I like? Well, fuck you. You're wrong.
yeah.
How dare you? And then they make it a big deal. And it's like, bro, people can like other things. Not everyone
Yeah.
has to like what you like.
At the end of the day, for me, it's like I just like I'm just a general critic. Like I don't like it. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just reviewed the Shrek flavor, the Montai, and I kind of gave my perspective on that.
Yeah. I'm sipping on this Tropical Vibe Celsius. It's starfruit pineapple. Pretty good.
I like starfruit, but I don't know.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. I got another one too. It's guava and strawberry, which I had one of these the other day, and it was pretty good as well. Most of their flavors, like I don't really think there's been a flavor that I've been like, that's terrible. Like most of the time, I'm like, oh, that's solid, or that's good, you know.
Which reminds me, I grab sip my fuel.
Bro has to grab his gamer fuel so he can keep gaming. What are you gonna do when Kubalik scores a goal?
Which I don't think Gamma Lab is even part of G Fuel anymore. I don't think. And the reason why I'm saying that, because like I don't see Gamma Labs promote any ounce of G Fuel. Like usually it was like Gamma Labs was like the core owner. Ah! No! Thanks! Fucking AI.
Oh, that's another thing with like The
Any
Last
game.
of Us.
Any game.
Any game really. I just like in Ghost Recon the AI, like, okay, there's bugs, but the AI in Ghost Recon is actually good. Like I watched a video the other day and it was 107 facts about it, and it made me appreciate the game a lot more. Like because like the amount of work they actually put into Wildlands was like insane. And the AI is amazing. Like it has some. I think it has some of the best in-game AI. And the AI in Breakpoint's better, actually, but Breakpoint doesn't have a good story
Fuck,
at all.
fuck, fuck,
So-
fuck.
Tess, watch my back.
No, don't heal, don't heal.
But yeah, AI in games is hard to get right. And if I have to have an AI follow me around
Fuck!
most of the time, it better be good. Nothing's worse than having a AI follow you around that's horrible.
Can I get to the point where I actually have like weapons?
No, you can't actually. Wait, the bridge. I'm trying to remember how far I got into The Last of Us. Maybe I'll try it again. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I think once you get middle,
I
like
might.
middle of it, like once you get to
Cause I get
his
the
buddy,
appeal, I just
once you get to Joel's buddy, I think I remember his fucking name. That's when it kicks
I
up.
might stream it. Cause I could grab both The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2, the PS5 editions off my friend's account. So I
I mean, like I said, just
honestly.
yeah.
Oh yes, I love when I look up. I love when I look up Last of Us, and the first thing that pops up is Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, Rachel's Private Paradise, and it's a picture of a lady bent over. Gotta love Dead or Alive, right? Gotta love Dead or Alive. Not really.
Is that like isn't that like
It's the fighting game.
controversial fighting game
Yeah,
because it was so sexual forward?
Come on down.
extremely controversial.
But then again, I'm here. It's like never mind.
It's not that bad, I don't think. I
No.
played it a little bit.
The game was good.
But it is like super like definitely like
It knows what it's
almost
doing.
porn.
It knows what it's doing.
Yeah, it knows what kind of it knows what kind of audience
It's
trying to appeal.
it's the GTA of fighting games. Yes, that fucking
Just put
comparison
a bunch of
matters.
everywhere and everyone in bikinis and lingerie.
That's like 90% of the fucking anime mega. Like the community
Exactly,
appeal.
that's what it is.
Which I don't know.
Alright, hold on.
And that's why you watch Attack on Titan
This'll work.
or JoJo's. There's a few that don't have that vibe, which I like. Most of the animes that I enjoy actually don't have that like over sexual.
I just preferred that narrative like I said
Yeah.
like Spirited Away I brought up to you. I fuck with that.
Did you watch AOT by chance?
Demon Slayer. I refuse to watch AOT.
I honestly think you'd like AOT.
I don't know.
It has a really good like.
But then again-
really good narrative.
But then again, at the same time, like there's like I don't care for Monster Hunter games just to make a reference here.
Appreciate it.
So like call that bias. So it's like I don't see why I'd care for that if I don't care for Monster Hunter games.
AOT isn't like Monster Hunter though, like at all.
You do see them kind of saying that. I was like, I don't know. Not the 100% like direct
I
comparison.
mean, I enjoyed it. I feel like you'd like it though. Like it's not like yeah, there's the Titans, but the Titans are like
Just I don't
not
know.
the focus.
I just
Like they're there,
don't know.
but like the story's good. It has a great story. Like I think it's kind of confusing at first, but once you get into it, I enjoyed it. I think JoJo's is better. I enjoyed the like everything in JoJo's more, but
ho hos.
another good for story would be Vinland Saga. The only issue with that is I'm pretty sure it's only on fucking Netflix.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix anymore at all.
Exactly. And that's a really, really good anime.
Which
That's
parts of
why-
me misses Netflix? I'm gonna be honest with you, but I cannot stand that fucking UI. That fucking UI. Trying to use it on the TV, forget it. It's 100 plus previews. Trying to play the background, so everything is delayed for half an hour just to find one fucking movie. And then if you click on it to go to fucking watch, so like it's ready. It's like, oh, I
It is
can hit play
delayed too. Like sometimes it'll lag because
because the
time you,
previews.
Like, it wants to play a preview whenever you hover something.
What's the
And I'm
preview
like,
system is
I get
great.
it.
Around here.
I get it, but like it's not done good enough to like warrant it.
What,
you know?
Exactly. The preview should be like like, okay, take Peacock for example. Oh,
Show
play
me
trailer.
a preview if I click.
Boom.
Yeah, not even play trailer. Like, just don't like if I click the movie to like look at it before I push play.
Even then.
Show me the trailer then, but don't just show me the trailer every time I glance over a movie while I'm scrolling.
Yeah, but like even then, it's like I think the trailer should be like manual initiated, not like Peacock or Hulu or Paramount.
I know,
Even though they kind of have it,
way, but I'm just saying like
their engine works better.
if they want to leave it to where it's not manual, I think that's the better way to go about it.
Over there. Skip.
And Pinto's out. Perfect.
Okay, Joey, you take point. I'll watch the other. Ellie,
I'm
no
out.
matter what, you stay right on his.
You know, I kind of hate you because like all you make me want to do is play sports games right now, and I wanted to actually enjoy this game, which I am obviously.
You're chilling. I mean, don't play sports games. You'll get my luck. You want to know what just happened last game for me? Brandstrom, Stutzla, and Pinto all got injured in the first period.
Ah, no, you did not.
I'm trying to think. I don't know who to play at center. Sokolov, maybe? No.
So what game do you think I'd enjoy more? Ghost, the Tom Clancy game, the games you brought up, or do you think it'd be Metal Gear?
I've never played Metal Gear, but I mean, if I'm being honest, I love. You know how I feel about Metal Gear. I suck the game. I think the game's great. I think it's, if not the best. Well,
No!
For me, it's the best tactical game. I think. Like when I'm playing Ghost Recon, like you don't understand the feeling of playing Ghost Recon and playing stealthy. It doesn't. For me, it doesn't feel like any other game that I've played when it comes to stealth. And
Yeah,
like,
and you know my feeling of like stealth. Like again, it has to be done right. I can't stand that.
It's a great stealth system, I'm telling you. And also, the other thing with Ghost Recon that I think is a bigger selling point, it's multiplayer. The entire campaign, you could play online with friends. And there's not many games that you can actually do that with that actually have like huge open worlds and big stories, you know?
Yep, hold on.
Like it has the biggest
Buddy has to lock in.
of any Ubisoft game ever. Oh, go ahead, man. I'll wait. Actually, I'm gonna send you.
You know, you're gonna fuck no.
What happened? Are you in a boss fight? Bro, just disintegrated. What the? Dude, I heard you going, and then it just went dead silent in the middle of you making the noise. Cease to exist.
I don't know how much you've ever laughed to us, but I fucking hate clickers.
Oh, no, that's fair. I'm gonna be honest though, with Ghost Recon, it is like a commitment. Like it is a long. It will take time to finish. Like it's not like a quick game that you get through like extremely fast. Actually, maybe it is. I think maybe I haven't played it online. Maybe it's better. Actually, I imagine it's better online because like whenever I'm controlling my AI teammates, it's cool, right? But I just could kind of imagine, like picturing in my head, like going to do missions and bases and stuff, or anything in the game, and having the communication and being like, oh, enemy spotted, like between like a group of like me, you, Dennis, or me and you, I feel like would make it even more enjoyable.
Obviously.
If that makes sense.
Look at the
then you have that like,
better.
because like I like I said with the AI, you can do like you can command them
God
to do a lot.
damn it!
I just feel like with you guys, it would be pretty fun.
I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers.
I sent you a video. You can watch it whenever, but that's the video that made me decide to replay the game again.
You know what? If someone say hate clickers, I genuinely don't care.
I hate clickers. honestly, okay. So back to your original question of which one. I think that you would enjoy. Um, fuck, Metal Gear, but I think the fact that Ghost Recon is online would give you more enjoyment. Plus, like I keep saying me and you, but in reality it would be me, you, and Dennis because if me and you told Dennis to play it, he'd play it. And I think he'd enjoy it. I honestly think you'd both enjoy it. Like I think it's a game that like it does stealth right. And with you being how you are about stealth, I think you would genuinely enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you might enjoy Breakpoint more. Because Breakpoint, like, gameplay wise,
Because they're both on Saturday now too, also.
everything in Breakpoint, gameplay wise, is better than Wildlands. I'm gonna be honest. Except you can't holster your weapon in Breakpoint. You have to have it out at all times, which is kind of annoying, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Wildlands story is so good, and also something about like you saw the picture I sent the other day in the group chat with like all the different people on it, right? Did you?
Can't
I sent it the
remember.
other day.
I can't remember, to tell you the truth.
Well, if you look at the picture, you have to take out like you start at the very bottom, and once you have to work your way from the bottom all the way up to the top to take down the cartel, and that's something that was really fun for me. Like every region of the map has a specific person that's like assigned to that region, and you have to go to every region, and I think it's 18 regions, and you have to like clear that region of the person running it, and then you can like move up the ranks towards the guy at the top. There's a lot to do. It's a long game, and like I said, it's time consuming. It's very time. The first time I played it, I think it took me like over 100 hours to finish, but I was doing everything, so. I don't even know if I subbed you on YouTube. I just realized that. I keep going to Twitch to see what's going on in your stream.
Everyone okay?
You forgot I'm on YouTube for this playthrough.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I do sub to you on YouTube. I do sub to you on YouTube, but
you probably shouldn't do
wait,
that.
I don't sub to you on that.
You don't? No.
There it goes. I thought I did. I've been on your YouTube multiple times.
Like generally speaking, or just
Going, Tess.
any reason?
Like just like randomly, like you'll be like, "Oh, I uploaded this video," and I'll go look at it. But I don't. But I've never actually like clicked subscribe.
If it makes you feel any better, I've watched people stream and be like, oh shit, never followed.
That's what happens.
So I mean, I get
Let me
it.
see. How are we doing? I'm on an 8-game win streak right now.
I want to go play the NHL 22 game, kind of, which is kind of sad. Here I am. No, it's weird because like the past couple days I'm hyped to play this, and I still am enjoying it. Like I said earlier, it's like I still want to play through it, but like I'm in it now. It's like shit. I want to do something else. Like I don't know. I think because of our just narrative conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. What is that clip? Cheats. Is it this one? No, that's not it.
You know, I generally feel Last of Us could have been a cooperative story game. If you're gonna have garbage AI.
I feel like a lot of games could be cooperative story games, like that. You know. Like if you're gonna have an AI, like imagine if like
If you had the alternative as a player.
RE5, like Resident Evil 5, imagine there was no multiplayer and it was just like
Wait, why was I
you
able to
had
move
a
that?
bot following you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or in 6, like in any of those games, like
Well, we still
I
got to
feel
figure
like if you're
out
gonna have a bot following all the time,
Well,
like you might as well like just do the liberty to make it like a multiplayer game.
like optional multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have base.
Like Ghost Recon. You can choose. There's a setting where you can turn off the AI and just play by yourself. But if you're playing online, it's just you and the people. Like, so you have a team of 4 if you're using AI. So it's you, 3 others. But like, say it's just me and you, it'll just be us, no AI. And I like that. I like that there's an option to use both, and then also there's an option to just play by myself. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
It's a good feature.
I mean, you know enough about Last of Us to know like if it were to be multiplayer or co-op, I should be saying actually, because co-op would be actually the correct term, not multiplayer.
Yeah, it'd be co-op. Yeah.
I think it
'Cause that's
fits
how-
well.
There we go. Correct term. You're right.
Did I just
think it would
fucking
be well.
see?
I think it would work.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say, did I just see a fucking Resident Evil reference in the Last of Us game? But like, no. Which I'm gonna say at
Bro,
once.
Go ahead.
Seeing stuff like that in games is kind of dope. Like referencing other games and
In Wildlands, there's an Easter egg on top of the mountain. If you go up a mountain,
yeah.
there's like a fire. It has one of the bonfires from Dark Souls.
Ah, I would like that in games. I gotta.
Yeah. Like in Borderlands, they have the cave with like the creepers and stuff.
Yeah, see that's the kind of
It's
Easter eggs
cool.
I like. The ones you just kind of find, you kind of toss in there.
They're like, oh, look at this cool. You see it, and you're like, whoa, I know that from another game, and it's just cool, you know.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I
It's
think.
a simple little.
Yeah, which is why I think I don't do Easter eggs in like COD Zombies. It's not that you choose to.
I think it's not like I get it's like a hidden thing, but I think it's not I don't think it's the same. Like I don't really think Easter eggs in COD Zombies are Easter eggs. When I think of Easter eggs, I think of like Minecraft and Borderlands or the Dark Souls reference in Ghost Recon. Like that's what I think of. I don't think of like these big complex multi-step.
So why was I able to move this? Do I bring it out here and go someplace? Oh, wait. Did I have to go big brain time? Because I'm just stupid.
Go over here. Let's see here. Videos. Oldest. Yeah.
Do what now?
Grandma Shopping Episode 1, Episode 2. How
For
many
some
episodes
reason,
of Grandma Shopping
there
is
was
there?
like 5 or 7.
6 episodes of Grandma Shopping.
It's kind of funny, that little narrative. Like, I think it was like way back when I randomly just started like recording it. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna record this.
I mean, hey, 50 views per video.
But yet I expect to upload it. No, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, it goes up. And then for some reason, everybody who's watched it is like, I actually enjoy the series. I like it. When are you gonna make more? It's like that little stupid. Why was like
honest,
if you ever watch it just as a reference,
Go
I don't understand why it got so popular.
Fair. I was about to say, I feel like once you switch over to like primarily theme park content, I think your channel's gonna see like a legitimate surge and like an actual like growth, like a legitimate growth.
Yeah.
Because just looking at like your most popular videos, it's mostly theme park content. Like there's a few like Fortnite and stuff scattered around, but it's mostly theme park stuff.
Which a lot of theme park creators are actually struggling because they're not really doing anything. They're just doing the base.
That's probably is gonna help you. Is you're gonna try and be different than everyone else.
That's yeah. I think.
And then everyone's gonna be like, oh my goodness, it's working for this guy, and then they're gonna copy you.
Pretty much, yeah. But no, like genuinely, like I just think a lot of them are like it's nice to be informative, but that's kind of all they've become.
Exactly. That's what they. And also, a lot of them just like suck off the parks because they get paid. It's like NBA 2K YouTubers. 2K YouTubers used to talk so much crap about the game, and then
Agent
2K started paying them. Agent, yeah, like 2K started paying them, and now they're like, oh, the game's great, and they're not critical of it.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, like, screw you. I mean, Agent, he stopped playing 2K and doing all that stuff. Now he just does his own thing. Not really. None of those guys in AMP outside of Duke Dennis would be popular without Kai.
Well, the fact that he fucking lied about it and then it's like, oh yeah, I am now after like a month or so. I feel like he farmed the views from that perspective.
like I said, the only person I think that would be successful without Kai in AMP would be Duke Dennis. I'm gonna be honest. Like no one was watching. Like once 2K died, you could literally check Agent's channel. It died before he started making videos with Kai. And same with like Davis, his channel was dying too before he started he joined AMP.
I will say this much about Agent, like I just don't care about the dude really at all.
I used to like his content. I used to watch his content a lot, and then he sold out. Like that's literally what happened. He sold out, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch you anymore.
I mean, given this much, he
Nothing
did
worse
get
than
in
a
shape
sellout,
though. weight wise.
He did, definitely. I was like, when I seen that he got in shape, I was like, oh, good for him. But like I said, when he sold out, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching your content anymore. You're a sellout.
I mean,
like, you're gonna sit here and lie and act like 2K is good when we know it's been garbage for
it
years.
wasn't the fact that he sold out that made me mad. It was the fact that he lied about it, and then it's like, oh, now he has to fucking say it because like there was no contract to where he couldn't expose that. There was none.
I think that's fair.
If he'd went straight forward, said, yeah, I'm partnered with 2K, then people would have went, okay, cool.
I mean, yeah, that's exact. I mean, one of the Madden YouTubers I watch, he does like Madden like whenever they update and stuff. He used to be really critical of the game, and he still kind of is. But before his videos, he's like, I'm partnered with EA Sports. He's like, I'm partnered. Like he makes it sure that it's known, and I think that's preferable.
It is because then people
Instead
know
of just
you're
trying
not
to hide it and act like you're not. Like we already know you are.
Which is really getting the people who leave, but like the real people are the ones who stay behind because like you're being straightforward. Because that's where all the whole partner contract thing becomes an issue when they don't go public with it. Like it's because like when you go public about your contract about anything, there really is nothing against that, to my knowledge at least.
I don't think unless it's like in the contract that you can't. I don't think there's anything against it. Get out the car, bro. I need this.
I generally just went meh. I generally just went meh. Meh. Maze.
Is Recon actually on sale?
Do I know?
Is Ghost Recon actually on sale?
Yeah, both games are on sale for like 10, 12 bucks.
Is the DLC on sale? That's my question.
Probably not.
Probably not, but I'm gonna check anyways because I've never played the. Yeah, they're not. Sad world. I've never played the DLC for Wildlands. At some point, I will maybe. I think the base game is just good enough. Though. Like, yeah, the DLC is cool, and I know everyone said that like the DLCs were great, but like I just think the base game is good enough. I'm like, I can play this game. Like, I mean, I've played it twice already and finished it. This is my third time playing it. I just started another playthrough that I'm doing with my sister. We just barely started like
Your shitster?
yesterday. And then if you and Dennis download it or if you download it, I'm gonna start another playthrough. Which means if I finish all of that, I will have played through this game 6 times from start to finish all the way. And that would make this my most played like game that I've repeated the most times by far. And I have no problem with it because
I genuinely
most games get repetitive, but I don't find this game repetitive. Like I can just play it.
a good shut your brain off, play it.
It is, yeah. Like, and once you get used to it, like, and you understand like the bullet drop and stuff, being stealthy and everything is just so much more like. It's just like second nature. Like everything I do in this game, I go into a base and I'm like, okay, I know how I'm gonna attack this base before I even like go into it.
Yeah.
At some point, I want to play more Breakpoint, but I just haven't. The gameplay is great, but that story is just like.
I hit you! I fucking hate clickers.
Get down. Why would I get down, bro? I'm putting.
I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers. I fucking hate clickers. Oh, by the way, did I ever tell you that I hate clickers?
Yeah. Also, the other thing is the world is like super alive. Like there's not really much like empty space. There's like little towns scattered about, and there's like oil or food convoy. Because that's like the upgrade system. There's skill points, but you actually have to go and like get supplies when you're like raiding bases and stuff. Which is like oil, which is gasoline, food. And there's two other things.
I genuinely don't want to play this game anymore.
Bro's getting mad at the clickers. He can't deal with it anymore.
buddy. The minute you do, you'll understand.
No, that's fair.
Because I will openly admit, like the way the gun physics work, until you get that weapons way upgrade with that perspective, it's a fucking struggle. like, I will not promote this game to the I won't promote the game as any game god tier. If the game has flaws, I'll say it.
I mean, that's how I am. I think Ghost Recon is in my top 5 games ever, but I know there's a lot of glitches. One of the things that is like funny to me is like every once in a while you'll shoot someone in the head and it won't register right away. Like they'll die. It'll like you'll get the red hit marker that they died, but they'll keep walking. Like and then their body will just like
it's like headless zombies in COD.
drop. Yeah. They'll keep walking and then randomly their body will just drop on the ground.
Yep. Which I've come to terms that headless zombie isn't even a glitch.
Oh yeah, headless zombie's not a glitch. It kind of makes sense. It's like a nerve thing. Like you ever like you know how like if a chicken you cut its head off, it like runs around without a head. It's kind of like that. It's just a nerve thing. The other thing that will probably make this more enjoyable, other than just playing multiplayer, is not listening to this stupid AI. The AI is great, but like you'll be doing stuff like stealthily, and then the AI will be like, "Get back! They're gonna spot you," or like they'll just say stupid stuff, and I'm like, "Could y'all shut the hell up?"
Starts like a fucking Rockstar game store clerk.
Yeah. They're like, "Get back! They're gonna spot you." I'm like, "Bro, there's no one near me," or they'll just start saying random stuff, and I'm like, "Why? Like, why? There's no. Like, could you please stop talking?" But yeah. Boston voting is done. I didn't vote for Vucevic. I kind of regret that. I think he deserves it. Am I biased? A little bit.
I'm sorry, the immediate response.
You biased because you know he deserved it, but you were like, I think the other guy deserves it more.
Well, Cat deserves it. Jason Tatum and Giannis deserve it. They're all MVP
Who's the
candidates.
best?
Those three. Being biased would be giving it to Vooch. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, maybe I'm biased, but I think he deserves it, but they're still better players.
Is there?
I can ignore my bias enough to vote for another player.
But is there really someone who's better than him?
Yes, there is. That's why I voted for the other three.
And the proof is?
The stats, watching the games, the records.
We gotta find a way across.
You were trying to find a reason not to vote.
Well, I was gonna vote for him, but then I was like, kind of hard not to vote for the guy averaging 30. Kind of hard not to vote for the three guys averaging 30 points and like pretty much triple doubles. He's scoring 25. I think it's 25, 10, and like 3. So his stats aren't as good. Ah, my goodness. My mom definitely misheard that. She's like, "So you are biased?" I was like, "No."
You are to bias hairs? That's not funny. Don't laugh at that. That's not funny. Stop laughing. Ha 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 ha.
And that, I'm happy. I'm very happy. If this game didn't have good,
How long have I been actually
stealth-
streaming, anyways? I genuinely want to know. 2 hours? Okay.
If this game had worse stealth, I'd off myself.
All right, your call. What time do I stop playing this?
How far into you?
I want to say. I don't want to say tutorial. I want to say maybe 10%.
Can't deny
That's
the real.
solid. Maybe go for like a little bit.
Cause like
longer.
12:30. basically. So maybe I can go to like 132. Because like I
Yeah,
wanna
like
I wanna
40
go through
minutes
this
to an
game
hour, I'd
before
say.
the end of next week.
Yeah. Like
Before
I'd say
Friday.
30 minutes to an hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Something like that.
Fair enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I probably could play this and beat it in one sitting. It's just
Okay, I need to get out of here. What am I
I'm not
doing?
gonna speedrun it. I still firmly believe speedrunning games is stupid. There, I said it.
It is. I okay. I understand speedrunning in the sense of speedrunning, but you shouldn't speedrun a game your first time playing it.
Obviously, yeah. There's just certain
That's
games
how I feel
speedrunning
about
doesn't make any sense. But the pet peeve most of them is like all it is. You find that people's like, oh, glitches, go through this wall, next game, next part, all done. It's like that's not really speedrunning. You're just glitching through it. You're not speedrunning it.
Exactly. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at this world record speed run, dog! You just did 85 glitches."
Yep.
I don't want to watch that.
It's not even remotely a speedrun.
Exactly. You just glitched your way through the entire game. Cool. You finished it quick, but that's not a speed run. Like you just did glitches.
Yep. Any Skyrim speedrun, basically.
I hate the fucking dude. I hate the speedrun community for that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, you want to finish the game as fast as possible, but I don't think it should count if you're using glitches.
Yeah.
Or at least like huge glitches. Like if you're using like a tiny glitch, like whatever, but like big glitches like skip chunks of the game.
I think speedrun should be more towards like Mario-esque game, I feel, than like story like Last of Us or Skyrim, so on.
Like
Yeah.
like I said, I think it should just be like you can speedrun a game, but do not like play through it first normally, and so you can actually enjoy it. I feel like speedrunners really don't enjoy games. You
No.
can't if you're just like running through the game, ignoring all of the side stuff and everything, and just running the main story as fast as possible. You're not gonna enjoy the game as much as if you actually did the other stuff.
What happens now?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel.
What are you doing, Tess?
Yippee.
Maybe they hit a map.
Where am I?
Something to tell us where they were going.
How far are we gonna take
As
this?
far as it needs to go.
So,
Where was this
with the
last-
stealth in Tom Clancy
She never
games,
said. She only
is it
mentioned that it was someplace out west.
suppressed weapon based, or is there actual like
This is not
physical stealth?
What do you know about us?
What do you mean?
If do you really want to say physical stealth?
I know that you are smarter than
Like
Like
you
if
can
you're
go up
like-
and take people down?
Yeah, like choke somebody out, takedowns.
Yeah, there's physical
Because
stuff.
I can't. That's one thing I hated about Division. It was all just weapon based, and I hated that.
Well, obviously, like the best way to approach most things is with weapons that are suppressed, but
Last stop.
just because your weapon's suppressed doesn't. It's not like because you know how most games are like, oh, it's a suppressor, your gun's completely silent now. This game, if you watch that video I sent you with the 107 facts, they wanted to make this game as realistic as possible. So like the suppressor, it does make your gun quieter, but enemies can still hear it.
That's
And you can go up and actually finish people.
like I want that free like play as I want to, because like even then like with a suppressed weapon it doesn't
Yeah, like me, I like to sit back.
promise
and
you
snipe.
anything.
Honestly, if we played, I would. You can play however you want. Like you can run and gun, you can snipe whatever.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way a
For me,
technical
I
game
just-
should
I like
be.
sniping.
Play as you
So
want.
like, say you wanted to run and gun, I would be like, okay, well you can run and like, okay, not run and gun, but like stealth wise, like
Yes, you are. Look,
with this game, like I could sit up on a mountain with a sniper and mark the enemies and snipe them from a distance, and you could go into the base
to Tommy's.
while I'm like, kind of like how it would be like if you think about like a real life mission for like the army or something. Like they're not just running in guns blazing. Like it's like a stealth mission. You're going into the base and I'm giving you support and I'm letting you know where the enemies are and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can still do like takedowns, like choke people out, whatever. Like it's not.
That's
just,
what I'm saying.
You can only shoot. Them.
Like, cause like not to. I know it's like a broken record, but it's like I ultimately hated Division. Like I would have played the game a lot more if it wasn't just run, gun, run, gun, run. It was the same repetitive bullshit. If it had more flexible, how do you want to take on this mission? How do you want to take on this quest? How do you want to take on this?
Exactly.
That'd been
That's
great.
the thing about this
Division
game.
didn't have it at all.
If you look at reviews for this game, the main thing that people love is you can approach a base or anything in this game however you want.
Because like the first
Everything
game
in the
was a
game,
bit better.
you can choose how you approach it. If you want to go into the base with your team, you can do that. If you want to sit back and snipe while your team goes into the building and does whatever the objective is, you can do that. You can literally approach the game any way you want.
Stay close to me. We have to move.
And it doesn't punish you for that. Like, obviously you want to stay hidden. The thing about this game is it's unforgiving. Like, if you get like most of the time, if I get spotted, I'll just die. I'll just be like, you know what, kill me, because you can survive, but most of the time, like, it's just difficult because they're gonna call reinforcements or they're gonna call whatever, and you die and like not like you don't take a lot of damage. Like you can just die very easily and you can get shredded very easily. But it does, like I said, it's flexible. Like you can run like if you want to run and gun, you can. It's a little bit more difficult, but like I said, there's a lot of flexibility in how you play. And they put a lot of effort into the game itself. Like they went and researched real cartels to figure out how this cartel that you're trying to take down in the game works and all that kind of stuff. Like they wanted to make it as real as possible. You know?
Oh, let's go! Rifle!
I enjoy it. And like I said, Breakpoint, gameplay-wise, it's better, but maybe I'll enjoy it more if I was playing with you guys, because that game feels more like this game with Wildlands. Like when I'm playing with the AI, it feels good, but in the other game, it's kind of like it feels like it's made more to be played with other people. You know, but
like hell, like I feel like
I'd recommend this game.
the direction Watch Dogs Legion could have went online for its story just because the way the game played.
Exactly, and that's the other thing about this game that I like is the entire story. Everything in the game is online. Like you can do the entire story online. It doesn't ever like. It's not going to be like, oh, you can't do that. And it's from the beginning. There's no tutorial or anything you have to sit through. You can load into your first save. As soon as you start, after the first cutscene, you can invite your friends and you can play. You don't have to finish a 30-minute, like in Dying Light. In Dying Light, you have to play for like an hour and a half before you can play online. This game, from the very beginning, you can invite your friends and you can play together. You don't have to play any of the story by yourself. Which is great. I love it. And also, there's a lot to do. Like, there's rebel support. Like,
God! I just sucker punched a dude in the throat. I forgot how this game could be brutal at times. Which is something I actually want Last of Us Part 3 to actually really improve on is the combat. I feel like The Last of Us Part 2 is smoother, but I just feel like combat was still like not really up there. Which, I mean, it's still, like, the combat feels great, don't get me wrong. But there's certain perspectives I feel like could have just been improved on. Like, executions as a reference, or, like, base countering, to where maybe they can add some, like, I don't want to say jujitsu, but... that's a stretch, but you do know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. I'm going to send you a few...
Like, I don't want to see me doing kicks, but just maybe like a knee strike or a knockout punch, something like that. I don't know.
Sure.
But that's one thing I did like about this game, though, is like... I think we talked about this like not long ago. I liked how the loot system is balanced well to where it forces you to look for loot because like you need it compared to some games. Is like you can have like 1,000 bullets and it's like you didn't even need any of those. It's like if it's
you know the
supply.
amount of times there's a lot of ammo boxes in this game, which makes sense because there's military pretty much everywhere, and there's a lot of military bases. But there's times where I'll be like trying to clear out a military base, and I won't pay attention to my ammo or anything, and I'll run out of bullets and then I'll die. Like, even with max ammo upgrades, I still run out of ammo, like, consistently.
Which is great, no. But some games, it's like you gotta do. You got like Borderlands. I think is a good example.
Borderlands is easy to run out of ammo.
Yeah.
Like
It's
extremely
yeah.
easy to run out of ammo.
But we talked about it before. It's like you have to have that shotgun or semi-auto or manual.
Which that's the thing with Wildlands. Like I like sniping and I like using suppressors. Like that's my thing. That's what I enjoy in the game. But you could everything is viable. Every weapon you can use. You can use. Like there's not really a weapon that's bad. Like you can use anything and it'll work. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said. This is a game that It's like Wildlands and Breakpoint. I would recommend to anyone if they wanted a tactical shooter.
Well, which one would be the better one to go after? I think you said Ghost Recon, right?
Wildlands has a better story, but gameplay, like I said, everything in Breakpoint is better except Wildlands has a better story, and I think it's cooler taking down a drug cartel than like a guy at a futuristic tech company. You know? Like you get dropped into South America and they're like, you have to take out this entire cartel with just you and your little group of people. And I think that's cool. If you get the chance to check your messages, you can. I sent you a few pictures, like nothing crazy, just like the.
Yeah.
Like.
Actually, I probably could take a break from this game and just go in. I forgot I can do that now, buddy. I can swap my scene and watch it from my PC.
Yeah. True. But yeah, I sent you the cartel overview. I sent you a little bit of the map.
Oh shit, I am.
I sent you like the. I sent you the skill tree, which once again, it's medical supplies, gasoline, communication supplies, and food. And you have to get those. Like, even though you get skill points when you level up, you can't use those skill points unless you have the materials as well. So it's kind of like you have to do the side missions. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to like level up efficiently, you know?
So maybe I will do that actually, but I won't be able to hear you though. Well.
And then I sent you like a few. There's a lot of guns in this game. Like there's a lot. And also like it pushes you to do the side. Like I said, it pushes you to do side missions. Like you start out with hardly any weapons, and the way you get them is you find weapon crates around like the area. You can go and find weapon crates, and it'll unlock.
Which is why.
Or like.
Yeah. Which is why I'm still playing
it's-
Assassin's Creed, because
Go
I'm
ahead.
doing side missions and leveling up. I don't want to just go through the main story. Even though I get side missions are
think
kind of
you'd like
pointless,
this game. I really do.
you know?
In this game, it makes all the side missions feel important because the side missions for materials is for your leveling up, obviously, and then like you have to go talk to like intel people. Like they'll be marked on your map. You go talk to them. They'll give you intel on like the location of weapons bases or the locations of deliveries, so you can get supplies or whatever. And then you also don't start with any attachments. You start with only a few guns, and you have to find the weapon cases and the accessory cases to unlock the other stuff. Which, once again, you talk to the intel guys, they mark it on your map, so it's not completely random. Like it's pretty easy to find the stuff.
Yeah.
I like it because it gives you a reason to do the stuff in the game and to explore. You know, it's kind of like you have to explore if you want to unlock stuff, and I like that. It gives you, and the map's beautiful. That's the one thing I can say about Ubisoft. Almost every game they make, their open worlds are gorgeous. So, like, I can give them that. And that's what I like, is it's like, gives you a reason to explore.
Wasn't there a... Hold on.
This huge open world that's beautiful.
I swear to God I passed a... Whatever.
It's also the biggest open world in any Ubisoft game. In any open world Ubisoft game. Which was one of my issues with Breakpoint actually, was just like the world was like you were on a little island. The map wasn't as big. And there wasn't as many like on this map it's so big, like you have areas that are like super high mountains, and then you have deserts, and then you have swamps, and you have like areas with snow.
Bro
Like,
figured
there's
out.
just so many different ecosystems in the world in this game.
Bro figured out size matters.
It does. Pause. Unpause. What? I'm trolling. But yeah, this game's very open. Like, you can play it however you want. Like, if you want to go in guns blazing, you can do that. It's harder, yes, but you can.
Yeah.
If you want to go in stealthy, like with a pistol, and knock people out and use the pistol to kill people, you can do that.
Yeah, but I
You
think
can do
right now I
anything.
think I'm just gonna get to the games I actually have before I
For sure.
dive into anything else. Unless I pick up
For
like
sure.
Pac-Man.
Because if you dive into something else, then you're just not gonna finish The Last of Us.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, it's always on sale, and at some point, like I'm 100% down to.
Oh, I go down
I've
at
played
this
this game
point.
a million times.
I do. I think.
Damn, this is like
No.
a super difficult one.
Wasn't there a part here where you went down under? I'm trying to remember. I think you did. Oh, you do. Hold on. I was right. Cool.
I'm trying to like go to an area where I could like get a clip of me actually doing stuff in a base. But I don't know where I don't know what base to go to in this area because I just barely went to this region because I just cleared the last one.
Ellie?
Did I just go back the same way?
I think you did. I think you went in a circle.
God. Maybe I didn't understand. That dude that just overthinks.
Bro's like, everything looks the same.
No, okay, nope, we're good. Last time us does get that way at times, where it's like, am I going the right way? Like you are.
Oh my goodness. Matt Remp has been offered an in-person hearing. He can be suspended 6 or more games.
Mm-hmm. There's genuine
That's a
people who want them to move on from
dirty-
Remp. The Rangers.
Look at the hit. Look what I just sent you on Instagram. That was a dirty hit.
Be careful.
I'll look at that in a moment.
Nah, when you get the chance.
Come on, go up. It's simple. Just step up. There you go. Stupid bitch.
Let's see here.
I'm probably gonna piss. Honestly, I'm not. I'm just gonna say it. Ellie probably has to be the most useless AI that you travel with in a fucking video game. She doesn't do
That's
a
one of the main
goddamn thing.
complaints I hear is the AI in that game for like when they're following you is just not great.
They're just
and
there.
They don't do anything.
But that's most games, though. That's the thing, though. It's like even the ones that like you see do things in games. It's just visual effect. That's it. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
It's that illusion to think you're getting help. So that's kind of why I
It's
don't.
like, oh, vault them over the wall, and then they're gonna follow this exact path,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing's gonna be different every time. Yeah, I get what your issue is there.
But see, that's why I don't critique that as most people do, because like that's just general AIs in games.
Yeah.
You know, that's not really.
That's why that's why when you have a good AI, it's fucking great.
So I came here for nothing. I am nothing. I know nothing. I do nothing. Wait. What was that?
There's an informant.
It was stuff. I don't know what it was, but it was stuff. I found the stash, boys.
I found the fence stash.
Oh fuck!
They want you to believe that it's an outbreak, but it's actually just a bunch of fen addicts.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh shit! I'm about to die
They're like clickers.
from
No, these
drowning.
aren't clickers,
From
these are just
fucking
fentanyl
drowning.
addicts.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so I do got to get back to Ellie. I don't know why I went that way to begin with. Oh, now she puts up the ladder after like a month of. Yeah.
Also, there's like files that you have to find, and they give you more on the story and like the people you're hunting and stuff. Like I've learned that this cartel that I'm taking down is literally like a giant family.
Yeah.
Like, I like it because it gives you a chance to actually learn about the people that you're going after, and it's not just like, oh yeah, you're going after these people, but you don't know like about them. It kind of makes me feel bad sometimes because I'm like, wow, these guys are like legitimately like just a big family.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, like the one guy, we were going after his uncle, and we had to go capture him. And when we went there to capture him, he hung himself because he didn't want to like have to deal with the rest of the people in like he didn't want to have to deal with his uncle.
Bring up
Oh, I see this. No, I think I seen it the other day. That was pretty dirty.
histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about
That was pretty dirty.
condition. They'll think you're crazy. They'll try to kill you. And lastly,
That REM pit.
what I say.
Oh yeah, the REM pit. Yeah, he fucking came up behind him and trucked his ass into the glass.
Repeated.
Yeah, I think it's kind of
Which,
half
I
the
mean, it's New York. Everyone elbows there.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, well, realistically,
Town.
I don't want to say it, but I want to word it correctly. Like, there are people who want to just be like a general, like, hitter, like, enforcer, like a body, kind of, at the same time. But there's also that factor of, like, nobody knows how to handle a clean hit. Like, every clean hit becomes a fight.
Exactly.
So I think the whole physical part of hockey is kind of where it's just, it's pretty unhealthy point. Like, every hit, fight, every hit, fight. And it's like when they do hits, a majority of the time, it's like not even, I don't know, it's a very weird topic in NHL. Like,
that's what I like about hockey though. They be letting them throw down.
NBA be like, oh, you said fuck you to Durant. You're suspended for like 15 games. You said fuck you.
Dude,
Yeah.
people getting tossed from games and suspended for like doing stare downs and stuff.
Or like, or
thing.
any kind of fucking.
They'll dunk on someone and then they'll stare them down, and the ref will be like, "Yeah, you're out of the game." I'm like, bro, like we can't have any personality.
Any kind of
like,
heckler in the fucking audience. You said, hey,
yeah,
Durant,
like, we
you
can't
suck.
have any personality. Like we just gotta get.
Durant, you
have to,
suck. Get off the court. Yeah, I want him out of here. I don't like me. I don't like what he said. You're out. Boom. Like, I'm gonna be sure. Like, I'm not even being biased. Like, I'm not being like, oh, I'm an NHL guy. I'm gonna nag on NBA. Like, I'm not even trying to be that. I'm just generally sick of like NBA being a soft as fuck league as it is.
It is, and it used to not be like that. Is the thing.
You know, like I get it. Some scenarios,
like,
but it's like
can,
the dumb.
like
why?
Yeah, like if they're gonna start fighting or something, yeah, toss them out of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't toss them for staring. Like Giannis, he got or the other day, John Morant dunked on someone.
Oh, the Ron.
And
Well, there was the Ron
down
Holland
the
scenario too.
Well, the Ron Holland scenario made sense because they were like squaring up, but
Yeah.
like that, I don't think that's an ejection because they didn't throw any punches. I just think that's a technical. Like you shouldn't eject them for that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the intent was there, but no one actually threw a punch. So it doesn't
Oh,
really
that's
matter,
good.
You know.
Mm-hmm. But I was using that as a reference. That's the first
No,
thing
yeah,
that
for
came to
sure.
mind.
I was agreeing with you. I was just saying like you shouldn't like get tossed for that. Like if you're actually fighting, you should get ejected.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
So I'm pretty sure I have to go up there. Yeah. Which, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Yeah. You know, my brain kind of not there. It just, I have one, I think. It doesn't work as it should. So it kind of just like functions as it sees fit. And my wording is never the best either. But yeah, I don't know. No, I could play other games. Anybody who's watching, while like when I am done playing with this game. But like being the stream title is Last of Us Part 1. I don't want to jump from this and play like some like NBA or like COD or whatnot, and then I don't feel like doing that. So that's why I'm not gonna go from game to game. As YouTube streams probably be like either once in a blue moon, story-based games, playthroughs. If you want to see some fun streams though, like Call of Duty or anything like that, or NHL, NBA, just chill, lay back, whatever, Fortnite, whatever it seems to be like, which I stream on Twitch every Friday. Friday is the standard stream day. Those you actually want to know, and the link is in the channel description or channel bio for all of my socials. And even the Discord too. If you want to be part of the channel or have a conversation with me, or just be a part of the theme park vlogs, so on, etc. Be sure to go join the Discord. Talk about anything, the new game, conversation with me, game you suggest. As I've been suggested to play Dead Cells, and I've still yet bought that. Shut up. I'm in that dilemma of I don't know, but I don't do it yet. But yeah.
Bro's had enough of The Last of Us. Can't handle it anymore.
I was just generally just pointing this out.
No, you're good.
I don't really like overly promoting like when I'm streaming or like recording. I don't like, as I feel like there's some people that like they promote and it's like majority of what they're doing is like my brother in Christ. Like I've seen I don't want to call him out because I feel like a douche if I do. But there was some streamer I was watching. It was like, okay, like I was at my grandma's. I'm fucking home alone, bored out of my mind, even though it was peaceful because like I think it's underrated to be home alone. There, I said it.
It is. It's so peaceful. Just chill at your house.
Because anything goes wrong, it's your fault, realistically. But anyways, dude would be like promoting blah blah, like, subscribe, blah blah blah. I swear it was like every minute and a half, and it's like, and then I don't know.
You're like, dog.
Pretty much, yeah. It was getting really annoying.
He's like, yeah, subscribe to my channel.
His viewer rate would like drop when he wouldn't be playing with somebody else because the person he was playing with was actually fucking entertaining. He just sit there and it's like it just did nothing. Just I don't know, like I don't know. That's the reason why I don't want to name names because like I don't want to be that guy. It's like, oh, here's that creator that fucking shoots on other creators. Like I don't want to be doing that. You know, I'll general critique, but like I don't want to be that dude that just shits on people. Like at the end of the day, you do what you want when it comes to making content. But I'm only using that creator as like a reference.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You know,
I mean, you need a reference for it if you're gonna like complain. You can't just complain and not have a reference. I feel like. Or not complain, but like you can't like if you have an issue, you gotta have like a reason for the issue. Like something you can say.
yeah. But you know, keep people in the know,
Gotcha.
give or take.
If you're in the know, you know.
If you're in the how, then you're in the how. Ah, yeah.
The other thing about this game that kind of makes me excited, if you end up getting it,
I keep fucking pressing R1 like it's Assassin's Creed and it shows you where things are at.
is the drone.
The drone.
So you use the drone to like mark enemies and stuff, right?
Oh,
But
so
the
like Assassin's
drones-
Creed, the Eagle,
Yeah,
and that shit.
but the drones come with abilities. There's explosive, there's EMP,
So like
and
Division
there's
times this.
medic. Yeah, but the thing is, the AI don't use drones. Only players can. And I feel like playing solo, you don't really get that. Like, I feel like it'd be cool if me, you, and Dennis were playing, and we were all using a different drone. You know what I mean? I feel like it gets like, because like when you're playing by yourself, you only get to use one drone, and I feel like it kind of takes away from the skill tree being there. Because like I only use EMP drone. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
have
what
been
I'm
generally
playing
meaning to check out like Guadlands and Recon. I've not gotten around to it. I'm kind of focusing on what I've just been wanting to do, and that's kind of been it.
exactly.
You know, because
Which is fair.
if I don't, I'll sidetrack, and I am notorious for sidetracking.
So am I. So that's fair.
It's why I try not to narrate a conversation a different way than where I'm at. Because if I do, I'll go like, what the fuck was I gonna say?
Yeah.
I will generally just go, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not such a good idea.
Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna open it?
I'm gonna try to take this guy.
Why would this not be a good idea to let her fucking go up? Buddy, man.
Turn around so I can do this stuff. take this corner and just shoot him in the face. But
Careful.
Which stealth takedowns in games are so underrated.
they are. I was playing, dude. That's one of the biggest problems I had with Outer Worlds is you can't do stealth takedowns.
Mm.
Good job.
It didn't have that Far Cry satisfaction.
Oh my gosh, that was kind of brutal.
Like Far Cry has it, and it feels pretty good. Like it's simple and stereotypical, but it's like I feel like games that just don't like because they're like, oh, takedown is all the exact same fucking one. Like, brother, man.
That's the other thing about Wildlands I like. There is so many different takedowns.
Like with Watch
Like
Dogs.
usually I'll I'm not usually I'll like do a choke or something, but like I've had some where like he'll literally just grab him and just snap his neck, or like the one I just sent you, I slit his throat and then stabbed him like 8 times.
Yeah.
Like it has some good takedowns. Like I honestly think you'd enjoy it. I think it's a game that like anyone can enjoy.
Bro just wants to play with somebody. That's why he's trying to convince me to buy it.
I mean, obviously, I would like to play with someone, but
I was saying it for the lulz, Simi.
I know.
Fuck, I actually have to take a piss again.
The classic striker piss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look after here. There it is. I'm gonna grab that.
Which I mean, it feels weird drinking G Fuel again. I don't know. I swear I've taken a break. Like I drink nothing but like water and tea for like a month. It seems like.
Excuse me.
It's just I was at the point to where it's like it's not that I did or didn't want it. It was the fact like, do I really fucking need it?
Oh, are you kidding me?
You know what I mean? Like I'm at the point to where like I kind of want one if I'm maybe like going out to the park if I even do, which at that point would be like a hydration version because believe me, it makes a difference. But I'm at the point to where like if I'm not streaming or like recording or doing anything related to it, I don't feel like I need it. Like if it's like a regular day, you know, unless I just made a hydration, but at that point drink a bunch of water. I'm probably going the wrong way, but if you're like to me, exploring is kind of nice. Oh, speaking of exploring.
Yeah, it's Bill's handiwork.
Anybody else live in this town?
As I know, it's just him.
Goddamn, I still have Watch Dogs 1 on my fucking console. I haven't played that yet. I have them both. Like I played part of it.
Too.
Like I played part of it.
Yeah, my issue was I played
Oh,
Watch Dogs 2.
fuck! I did not see that.
I played Watch Dogs 2, and then when I tried to play 1, I was like, damn, the gameplay in 2 is so much better. So
A lot of people liked 1 better than 2, but some have also said the gameplay in 2
1 has
was
a better
better.
story. 1 has a better story, 2 has a better gameplay.
It's putting it lightly.
I still wish they wouldn't have fucking abandoned Legion as they did. Like that makes me mad. Like they still put the DLC on sale. Like all I had was the zombies game mode that was dog shit. It wasn't even fleshed out. It was just here's a new mode for you fuckers. Hey, don't you love finding a? I hate this game so much. Hey, here's some bow and arrows. Yeah, but where's the fucking bow? It's like playing Fortnite. Here's a bunch of ammo, homie, but yeah, no weapon for you, buddy. Which caused you to die, but I'm not gonna go into that rant because I can talk for like a month. I don't need it, buddy. Yeah. What? I sound like I smoke too much.
LA Night after smoking so much. Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason you said that and my brain went to like old ass fucking LA Knight when he's in his like 80s and he's taking a shit and he's like, yeah. I don't even know why. I don't even know why that even came to mind remotely.
Bro's like, damn, LA Knight, you take that shit.
Pretty much. Yeah. You know, like refreshing shit you take that you just feel good afterwards? Yeah. Like you just feel like emptied.
Mm-hmm. also the other thing about this game is it doesn't give you your missions like right away. So whenever you go to a new region, you have to go to specific areas and pick up intel that then unlocks the story. Like, so I'm going to a place. I'm gonna like take a picture of like
A bow.
like
Big W.
I'm gonna go get some files pretty much, and it's gonna tell me info, and then I'll get a mission that I can go do.
Yeah.
It doesn't just like, oh, here's all the missions you have to do, go do them. Like you actually have to learn and find information and then do it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of another.
Which why is using a bow in games so satisfying?
I'm using a bow right.
Like even in Far Cry.
They give you the crossbow for free from the Ubisoft Connect.
Do I actually have to go back down and pick that up?
I only use bows and I beat all of Far Cry 4 using only a bow.
Yeah. Because it is a superior weapon. It's something about it just so. Why are you following me?
I mean, it's quiet.
That way you miss your shot. There's no real big backlash behind it.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Unless they actually hear. Unless you're playing Wildlands, like right now, I just missed a shot with my crossbow. The arrow whizzed by his head, and he just turned and looked at me because he saw the arrow.
Which should be a natural reaction if you think about it.
Exactly, but most AI, like you miss a bow, like in Far Cry, that's one of my issues. You miss a bow shot, they don't really notice it. In this, if you don't hit your shot, you're cooked. They know you're there, and they're gonna start hunting. And that's the other thing, like the AI in this game search for you. Like if you're hunted or you're suspected, or they think they like. Say that they see you, but the little like cone doesn't fill to where they fully recognize you. It'll say suspected, and they'll go and search the area that they seen you in.
So when we get there, you let me do the talking.
Like they don't just go like Skyrim is like they'll see you and then they'll be like, oh, it must have been the wind, and then they'll just go back to their normal patrol route.
Yeah. Oh.
In this game, they don't do that.
Wait. I'm clutchy. Don't be a dumbass, Ellie. Don't be a dumbass. Crawl under the fucking trip. Thank you. I'm sorry, but I have no faith in most AI in games or teammates. I expected Ellie to fucking like just walk right into that fucking trip mine and boom.
Game over. What do I upgrade?
I still think permadeath in general, like in any game, would be kind of fun if I didn't die to dumb shit.
Exactly how I feel. I think that permadeath to
Okay, so I think once I meet Buddy or his buddy, I think I'm gonna stop the game there because I think that seems like a pretty good stopping point. Because that would be like quarter of the way through, technically.
Oh, look, I forgot to tell you that you might like Breakpoint more, for the fact that everything in Breakpoint is fully customizable, like all the settings and stuff and how you want to play the game.
Define like settings, like just dumb it down.
The HUD, what else? I can't really explain it. Let me go to Breakpoint. Let me deliver this helicopter, go to Breakpoint, and then I'll explain it. Because it's kind of hard to explain. Because like, it has like 3 separate menus for just gameplay settings.
Like we can just dumb it down somehow.
That's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to it so I can like figure out the easiest way to do that.
Like it's just flexible or.
Like, hold on, I'll explain it right now. Like I said, I just gotta go to it because I don't really know how to explain it completely.
Because you're not smart. We know this.
Try to think about it. Right.
Get step back downstairs.
Oh fuck! I loaded up.
I'm too lazy to take a bathroom break. There, I said it.
Connecting, start. The other good thing, they made it to where you can turn off weapon levels and stuff in Breakpoint, which in the beginning you couldn't. But it's so great that they made it to where you can.
Ah!
Because like I hate whenever I find a cool weapon in a game, and then it's like, oh, you have to use something. Like Borderlands, that was one of my issues. Like you get a really cool weapon in the beginning, and then it's like, oh, late game, everyone's a higher level, so you can't
Oh.
use it. You have to use other weapons.
Not to be off topic, but you can shoulder swap when you aim in this game now, apparently. Which
That's fire.
I don't.
This game as well.
I don't know. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a groundbreaking feature, but I can kind of see where I'd use it. But most of the time, it's one of those things that you just never touch.
Yeah, it's in Wildlands, and I never touch it. The only thing in Wildlands I do is like, you start out aiming over the shoulder, and if you click R3, then you use like your iron sight or your ACOG or whatever, which is really nice. I like that there's like, I like that it's not just like, oh, you're aiming your gun. Well, now you're in first person looking down the sight.
Yeah, that's my pet peeve with fucking Tom Clancy games. It's always like it's that Halo aiming system where you click right stick, which I don't overly hate, but just it's a pet peeve. You know, it's like if I want to.
Okay. So there's world parameters, which you can change how like often there's drones. You can change how often there's like helicopter patrols and stuff, and then you can also. This locks you out of some of the missions because obviously, but there's settings to where you can like turn off the robots and only deal with human enemies, and then there's settings to where you can turn off the human enemies and only deal with the robot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you obviously you can turn off the gear level. You can change the biovac and so that you can make it to where like you can only change your weapons and stuff. You can't do it from like your menu. You have to actually go to a weapon crate or something to do it. And then there's also a thing you can do where like you know, so they give you a mission, right? And every mission it tells you like this one it says locate Samuel. He is in the Sinking County province on the peninsula southeast of the Garden.
Goddamn, no, help me.
East Riverbend. So like you can make it to where it doesn't mark the missions on your map. It gives you like little hints.
Come
like,
on, Ellie.
Like, oh, go to this side. Like it's near this area, and then it's like to the south of this spot. You know.
Yeah.
And then you have
I'm
to,
listening, but I'm locked in.
things. So that's another thing. I don't use it because I like knowing where I'm going and not having to like problem solve. I guess is the way to describe it.
So you're telling me you're lazy.
Ellie, they're getting close! Hey, over here!
Hesitate is not real.
Damn it, Ellie, they're getting close!
Bitch! Ha ha ha! Square, 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 square. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I probably followed it, but I fucking instant thought was defense instead of running. Because I'm smart. See how smart I am?
Bro's like the best thing to do is not like not doing that shit, bro.
Pretty much.
Hey, bitch made around here. We do what we need to do. Excuse me.
Which way? Alright,
Also, like the other thing, you'll get to go into the game without spoilers, really, when you do get the opportunity, which is pretty cool, I think. shit. Tonight, Bianca has to defend the tag titles with Naomi because Jade's not there. And they're gonna drop him. And then Jade's gonna come back and be like, "Damn, you need me."
Yeah, it's Saturday, right?
Friday. Oh, today is Saturday. Yeah, today is Saturday.
So yeah, you're seeing yesterday's shit,
This
Megan.
might have been paste. Why the fuck did they post it today? I fucking hate when fucking pages do that. Fuck, I might crash out.
Hey, I posted it. I didn't post it yet. I'll do it in. Yeah.
What did I do today? Did they win though? Let me go check because I didn't watch.
Well, I can't watch reruns on Hulu anymore because that. Yeah. Unfortunate, whatever. So I gotta start watching these weeklies live, which I still don't know why they didn't make a deal with Peacock, but whatever.
Oh shit, Naya got busted open.
About to have to run. I want every streaming service to fucking watch damn weekly shows. About to be watching a pay-per-view on Cartoon Network. Let's go.
SmackDown going to 3 hours. I think it makes more sense like they put Raw down to 2 and making SmackDown 3. I think there should be one 3-hour show, one 2-hour show, but I think it should be whichever show is like the better product at the time. Which right now I think SmackDown is definitely more interesting than Raw. Mainly because Adam Pearce fucking blows.
Well, the argument, the 2-3 hours is like how the 3 hours can sometimes just feel like they're filling holes. At the same time, there's that a pay-per-view was like 3 hours, 4 if you count the kickoff, and the weekly show is 3 hours. So like, does it really have that separation? So there's a pretty good argument with the whole time frame, but I think 2 hours. I think 3 is just too much for anybody who's dedicated.
I also think like with SmackDown, like they have so much talent. I think it's kind of getting hard to, because like I don't think Raw has as much talent as SmackDown right now, but like SmackDown has so much. I feel like it's getting hard to like actually include people the way they want to. So I kind of think it makes sense, you know, from like a story standpoint. You know, but obviously 3 hours is a lot to watch unless you're like a diehard fan, for sure.
I'm gonna do this.
But yeah,
And even then, like you watch like the first, like most people, like this is, and we all know this. They watch like the first hour of the show, and then they watch the main event. No one really watches the mid-card fights.
no.
Like usually, all the viewers leave during the middle of the show, and then they come back for main event.
They leave for like exhaustion of 3 hours because nobody wants to sit and watch a show that's weekly for 3 hours.
Exactly.
It was great when it was like a special edition because it felt actual special, and then it became standard, and it just like this is just draining after a while. It's kind of why when they first had that big WrestleMania like 10-hour fucking show, whatever the fuck it was, they cut it into parts a year later because it was like if you look at the show that had Nakamura and AJ Styles, like. It wasn't the fact that the show was bad as time went on. It was the fact that everybody was just tired and wanted to go the fuck home.
Yeah.
That was the issue. It wasn't the show itself. It was just they wanted to go home and call it a day. That's why they changed it into 2 parts, which, yeah, it kind of loses its hype if it's not just one night event. That is kind of true. But, like, if you got to push it 2 nights, if it's a big event like SummerSlam or like WrestleMania, you can look past it a bit.
Dude, yeah, because I always see people doing that. They're like, oh, I miss when Mania was one night. Bro, no one wants to sit in an arena for 8 hours straight. I get that maybe you don't want to come back 2 days in a row, but in reality, I don't think I'd ever want to sit in an arena I'd rather just come back the next day to finish a show than to just sit there for 8 hours.
Yeah, but see, the issue,
time.
yeah, and I'm not arguing the point here. I'm just gonna say this much: it's kind of a nuisance being like when you buy a ticket, which one do you want? You're not gonna get a crossed ticket unless you buy a ticket for both shows. That's the issue, or people that want to go they're obligated to choose this or that.
But also, like
you want Edge and Cena or Triple H and Taker. You know,
there's still a lot of like like the mania that passed last year, like both main events were like both nights were really good, and that's the thing. I think as long as both nights are good, and it's not like clearly one night is just 10 times better than the other, then I think it's fine.
Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here for Last of Us Part One. Hopefully, be back this week. I don't know if I will be back Sunday. I might be taking it. If I do anything Sunday, I'll probably just take a day off and just kind of like do whatever I want to do. But probably if I am back, it might be like Monday or Tuesday because I do want to complete this game before Friday, as it is the general stream day over on Twitch. If you haven't followed me, all the channel links are in the channel description. So be sure to go check that out. So you can be updated what's going on, especially follow me over on Twitter, which is the best way to keep up to date with the channel and what I'm doing. But yeah, hopefully we can get back in this pretty soon and finish it, and also play the Left Behind DLC, which I'm excited to replay again. And then maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna actually follow up with Last of Us Part 2, but I might. But yeah, make sure you always keep energized, and I'll see you all in the